What's going on, y'all? Guess what it is? It is Sunday, so you know what it is. It's on Sunday, man. We had to take a couple of days off, so out of town. But you know what, man? Let me tell you something, boy. It's going to be a really, really good show, man. Got a lot of things that happened from last weekend, a lot of things that have happened this week, man. So listen, we are in here, man. We're going to have a really good time. Man, pull up a chair, get you a drink. Man, tell your folks, Sippin on Sunday is on, baby. We about to do this thing right now, so get ready. But you know, so here's the thing. Y'all know Zoe, my northern brother. Sippin Sundays, Mississippi. But you know what, don't? There's some other people too, y'all. There's some other Mississippi people that I know. And there's some people that sometimes you got called the super friends, the Avengers. So they put that back sitting in. But no, don't. I got a guy. He from Mississippi. He from the Delta. And you know who the guy is? Added to the stage.
What's going on?
Guy.
What's going on, Mr. Kelvin?
That's right. That's right. Mississippi Valley graduate. Mike, listen, let me tell you something. I want you to listen before we get started. I need you to give these folks your Mississippi credentials. Because, you know, this is Sippin on Sundays, Mike. And, Mike, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you know, people know I don't drink, but, Mike, it's right about what I'm sipping on. But, Mike, I need folks to know why I had to invite you. But, Mike, give me folks your credentials and where you're from.
Well, you know, Mr. Kelvin, I'm a two-time HBCU grad, Mississippi Valley State University and D. Jackson State University. Also a member of the oldest and the coldest, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So, and you know, I'm a football enthusiast, kind of HBCU enthusiast, sports enthusiast. So that's what it is, Mr. Kelvin.
Okay. Well, listen, Mike. First of all, man, I appreciate you, man. Listen, Mike is gonna be one of our co-guest hosts when Zoe, show up. You know, Zoe getting ready for that wedding and stuff like that. Shout out to KJ. Talk to KJ. She gonna see Cardi B tonight. You know, Mike. She had to go see Cardi B. You know what I mean? And hang out there in Charlotte. So you know, Mike Reed coming in there. So man, we're gonna rotate them out like Stephen A. Smith and everything. But Mike, listen. We Mike, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on out here, Mike. A lot of stuff out here, and man. Hit that like button as you come on in, man. Tell your folks, man. Rattlers, listen, you know we about to talk about it. Jack State folks, you know we talk about it. Grambling folks, you know we about to talk about it. Because I know what y'all came here for, but that's all right. We got lots to talk about.
What they came here for,
and we're gonna get into that. Well, Mike, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh man, oh yeah, Mike. Listen, it's folks doing shows and telling about APR, and we don't know this. Well, I'm just sitting up and watching. Hey, man, I'm gonna respect everybody's show. They can do whatever they want, Mike. Well, see, Mike, you know what? I'm with the FAMU. I'm from Jackson. I got the real numbers, Mike. I got the real numbers. Other folks might need to check their APR too, but we're gonna talk about that, Mike. But listen, you know what? Hold on, man. You know, wait. Let me do something, Mike. Give me 1 second. Because I'm
you know, Mr. Kelvin, you are Mr. FAMU. So anything that goes on that side of Tallahassee, Florida, you know what's going on.
I know, Mike. So listen, I had to take the background off. You know what I'm saying? Jack, I need folks to see. Mike, it's bad. Mike, you know it's bad when your boy had to pull out the emergency. Mike, let me tell you a story about this here, Mike. Let me tell you a story about this here. So, you know, I had Thick 36 coming to town a couple of years ago, Mike. And you know, we was out hanging out and stuff like that. We was, you know, had a little hotel room.
Yeah.
And she wanted a little something to drink. So, you know, I had to stop by the liquor store. So I said, well, what you want? She said, let me get a little Grey Goose. So, Mike, you know, I don't drink. You know what I mean? I'm around there trying to keep my body right and stuff like that, Mike.
Yeah.
So I had to pull out. I got this as an emergency. So, you know, you took a little drink out of it. But, Mike, I've had this bottle for 3 years now. 3 years sitting in my refrigerator. Mike, when I seen them APR scores, Mike, I had to make me a big cup, Mike. Mike, I had to make me a big cup. Mike, you know, when you go to the hood clubs and you know you just can't take none of the chase. Mike, this was one of them right here, Mike. This one of them hood club drinks. This one of them hood club drinks, Mike. Now, Mike, you don't. Now, Mike, you's a DJ. You might have to pull up with some of them videos, Mike. Now, just sipping on. Mike, what you got over there? What you sipping on?
Well, you know, got a little Don Julio, you know, what I drink on a daily basis. Mr. Kelvin, hold on. There we go.
Okay, little Daily Bay, little elixir there, huh, Mike? Little elixir.
Yeah.
Right, Mike.
You know, I drink mine straight, Mr. Campbell. I don't need a chaser.
Well, Mike, listen, I want to start this thing. We gonna start. Listen, got so much going on here. There we go, freezing up. Man, listen, Campbell, with your news. You need, hey, bro, listen, bro. Listen, Brown, look, man, listen. I try to tell you, EA. Listen, I had this, emergency right here, bro. This is an emergency. Shout out to EA, man. Shout out to Little Baby. Shout out to Rozier. Shout out to Dukes, JSU in the house. Hey, might look like one of your 06 brothers in the house. I see you.
Oh, yeah, we here.
Trolls
we here.
1906. Appreciate you.
What's after the fray?
They did. The Alpha Phi Alpha's in the house, no doubt about it. Hey, man, listen. But Mike, we gonna start our pod. Cause listen, Mike, one thing, I want to be clear. So, Mike, we don't call nobody no names on Sippin on Sundays, but there's some Bammers out there today we're gonna have to address, Mike. So you know what I'm saying?
Call them out.
We don't want nobody.
I'm here. Call them out. I'm here. Call them out. I don't care.
Well, see, Mike, we gotta be cool because we don't want Scotty to lose his job. So that's why we have to keep it in the guardrails and stuff like that. But with that being said, if facts are facts, Mike, we just gonna let the facts lay. But look, Mike, I got to share something. I got to share something because there was an exciting happening that happened this week, and I want to share this right here. Mike, we got a new addition to the family, to the off-script family. Little Asa Michael Scott. I think Scott told me he was 7 pounds, 10 ounces. I told Mike, I said, I got to go play that cash through like the old folks, straight box, 7-1-0, straight box. I got to go play that. Shout out to Tuck. What's up, Tuck? Shout out to
Tuck. What's up with it?
Good Tuck, you know what I'm saying? So we got a new addition, man. So we got to, Scott only got to start 5 with them, Mike.
Oh, yeah. Scotty got to start 5. He working on the football team, but right now he got the basketball team.
Well, listen, he got that starting 5. So listen, Scott, even though you can come on, Brett, let Lil Hazel come on and join the show if you can and stuff. Oh, Kim, I'm playing that. I'm old school, man. I'm playing straight box $1 710 tomorrow. Ain't no doubt about that. Playing it absolutely. We know we're doing it. So, Mike, hey, shout out that. Man, this is just a beautiful thing, man. Scott is coming into our life, man. We're on this platform. And shout out to the Rocky Miller channel. Shout out to Off Script channel because it's Sippin on Sundays. My co-host, Mike Reed, Mr. Campbell in the building. We about to talk about a whole bunch of things, man. So, listen, I had to cut my background. Okay, I got some props. I want people to see my props and stuff like that, Mike. Clean little background. Mike, let me tell you something, Mike, real quick. You see this mirror right here, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
With the light, the LED. So, Mike, listen.
I like it.
I'm an old man though, Mike. So Mike, Mike, you've been around me. I got style, Mike. So I was, watching a YouTube video and they say, you got to get your full length mirror. Now, Mike, I ain't gonna tell you what I do with that full length mirror, but I had to make sure I get that LED light, Mike. So little something, Mike. Just like a C. You know what I'm saying? It's 36. Come on through it. You know what I'm saying? So so that's what y'all see the background up here, man. And everything. And stuff. So so there ain't no doubt about it. Look, hey, listen. Oh yeah, man. Oh man. 3-hour show with slides. But listen, we got some slides tonight. Cause see, man, Mike, I'm gonna solve the problem for FAMU. And shout out to, like I say, the administration because they addressed it. Well, Mike, you know what? We're gonna get into some of the simple stuff first, Mike. Because man, it's a lot of stuff going on, Mike. And I'm gonna get into this thing right here. Mike, we got to talk about because we were gonna talk about this last week, but everybody saw it, Mike. What in the hell was going on with Don Staley and your boy Geno Ariella, man? I'm gonna pull this up, Mike. And I know a lot of y'all saw this, but we ain't talking about on Sippin on Sundays. I'm gonna pull this up, Mike. We're gonna talk about it right here. And Mike, we just gonna break this thing down because Mike, one thing I say, Don Staley, shout out freshman class of '88, my freshman sister. And stuff. They've been watching Dawn Staley. She was actually my senior year. She was the USA Today Women's Basketball Player of the Year with Alonzo Mourning. So Dawn been in this game for a second, Mike. Oh yeah, she been. So see, Dawn ain't no lightweight in this thing. You know what I'm saying? So pulling it up here, Mike. Give me 1 second as we get it because I got a lot of things going on. And man, I'm sitting up here. I'm a big basketball fan and stuff like that. UConn was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? They were doing their talking. Well, see, Dawn, one thing about it, Dawn know how to coach that basketball.
So do.
And I'm trying to pull up this video. Y'all apologize for a second when I get this video together. But let me ask you this. Here we go. So give me 1 second, because again, I know people saw this. Because it's 2 parts, 2 videos I want to play on this. Because this rocked the world right here, Mike, when people was watching this. Because it's like, man, what's going on? Shout out to Keeping Up Fast. He talked big blowout for South Carolina. And this is your boy Geno coming up here. Here we go.
Inbound here. The officials will hold the players now. Dawn and Geno getting into it a little bit on the sideline as Geno has to be held back. Makes this rivalry such a compelling one. As they
now, I'm gonna show you another angle. I don't know but people should have seen it by now. But I'm gonna show you another angle.
You'll show me the other angle, Mr.
And this is what this. Yeah. We got to show another angle here, Mike. Cause see, let me tell y'all something. I don't know how many I've been to Philadelphia several times. I don't know how many y'all. Dawn is from North Philly. Geno down there with them Italians. He's from Philadelphia too. But let me tell you how people from North Philly do it, Mike. Because just and mind you, Dawn is 5'5", okay? 5'5", but again, she from Philly. And this was Dawn's response when Geno came in here disrespecting her. Because I want to be clear. And then I'm going to ask you a question, Mike, after we play this video right here. There we go. Here we go. And this is Dawn right here. This is again. Now, Mike, I quote, I will beat Geno's ass. Mike, I talked to a couple of people. I tend to believe that, Mike. I'm just saying. Dawn Staley, North Philly, 72-year-old Geno Auriemma. I think I got to take Dawn in that, Mike.
I might have to take Dawn too.
Mike, what you think about that?
Too old. He's too old.
You know, I'm sitting up here, man, and and I know a lot of people saw the other interviews of Dawn. She was very gracious. She said she never, would disrespect Geno like that. Of course, we got receipts. Black Twitter always got receipts. We got all types of camera angles and hugs and handshakes and everything. And then Geno tried to flip it. Then he tried to lie and say they tore the jersey. Sarah Strong said, no, I tore my own jersey, man. This is the thing we constantly have to go through. And when I saw this, man, and I saw how, again, and then I got this up. Imagine the outrage of a black male coach to a white female coach. I'm going to let that sit there for a second there, Mike. What you think would have happened there, man? This would have been on Fox News. What you think, Mike?
Oh, yeah. It would have been so big. The president probably would have came out and said something about it, Mr. Campbell. But my thing is, Geno.
You already know.
I got the utmost respect for Geno, but I can't rock with it, Mr. Campbell, because not only did he lie, he doubled back and lied again. And then when they asked him about their relationship, he gonna lie and say, "Oh, we got nothing in common." She was on my Olympic staff. How y'all ain't got nothing in common? She was coaching on the staff with you, and you both are women's basketball coaches, and you both are influential in a lot of women's lives. How you ain't got nothing in common? See, first of all, Geno, as a man in a women-dominant sport, bro, you can't even go back and forth with a woman, bro. Don't even do that. Don't even do that. Let her have it, bro. And then you coming for the black queen. You know we on your ass, so you coming for the black queen. And just be real, Geno. You get mad because y'all getting y'all ass whooped. That's the reason why you mad. Because, Mr. Campbell, I was in agreement with him with the referee. I was like, yeah, the ref's kind of one-sided. Don't take that out on Dawn Staley. She ain't got nothing to do with it. You still got built to your ass at the end of the day. So if you mad, take it out on the refs. Don't take it out on her. So, and then come out with that whack apology. So I can't rock with Geno no more, Mr. Campbell. He need to go and retire, get him out of there. He cool. And then it was so much bigger of a distraction. North Carolina couldn't focus on UCLA. I mean, South Carolina couldn't focus on UCLA because of all this in the media for 2 days. So it really kind of cost her a championship.
Right.
Just a big miss, Mr. Campbell. A big miss.
You know, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna give UCLA a little respect because them girls was big, boy. Them girls was big, Mike. Those girls was big. But to your point, no matter what, the energy that you had to extract, to your point, mentally, to even get over this and get refocused, you know, it does. I don't care what nobody says. You know, it does. You don't get to go in there just clean and stuff like that, and also puts pressure on your team because now you really want to win it for your coach. You know what I'm saying? You want to close it. So then, because again, those girls, again, you know, watch the game. They had 12 layups that they missed. Layups, Mike, that South Carolina missed. That's because they were tight. That's because they was tight. So, you know, a lot of that going on, stuff like that, man. So, yeah, just had to go. And, yeah, Percy gone. See, it ended by South Carolina. And then, you know, but, you know, and then the thing about it, what was so weak, and I'll have to address this. South Carolina, I mean, UConn puts out this weak statement, and Geno talks about, I apologize to the staff and the players, and don't even mention Dawn's name. What is that, Mike?
That's sad, man. Y'all, that's just sad, bro. Y'all are really colleagues, bro. Both of y'all are big figures in women's basketball, bro. And women's basketball is a growing sport, bro. Y'all supposed to be in solidarity. You coming out here, bro. You just need to retire, bro. Your time gone. It's over with.
Yeah, so that's what you know. Shout out to Queen Dawn. You know, like I say, as you say, somebody in Philly would have did. Yeah. Because listen, when I say Philly ride, and let me tell you this about not only is Philly ride for Dawn, you know it's bad when the white girls from UConn had to call Geno and said, Geno, Donna Taurasi called Geno, Sue Bird called Geno. That's why he really apologized. When your heavy hitters, your white girls call. Well, first of all, Sue Bird and Taurasi played with Dawn on the Olympic team. Yeah. Okay. They have coached with Dawn. Dawn has more respect than any woman in basketball because of who and what she is, from being a player to the Olympic team to coaching. See, folks, let me tell you, and let me say this, and shout out to the white girls in the WNBA. They ride with the sisters. You know what I'm saying? They be putting on I Can't Breathe t-shirts. They be talking Black Lives Matter. White girl be riding from the WNBA. So they like, nah, I ain't about to do that. They do. So, you know, so I'm going to give them credit too. This ain't the football where, you know, white football player can't find no one when the brothers need them. Can't find them. But white girls, shout out to the white girls in WNBA. They all right with me. But, Mike, listen, we had something happen down there. I'm not Mike. People, you know, me, Mike, and Scott do deep breakdown. Y'all know what it is. During the fall, y'all enjoy it. Mike be coming out, came correct all the way till the end of the season. Unfortunately, against Prairie View. The win count was strong, Mike. But, Mike, there's basketball season, Jack State. Mike, there's something that happened over there at those Tigers that we got to talk about. And it really almost caught people by surprise. Well, let me say this. I don't know if it caught people by surprise. But here we go. What we got right here. Mo Williams, Mike. Son decommitted first. Moved over and signed with Kentucky.
That was the first red flag right there, Mr. Campbell.
You knew something was up, Mike.
Yeah, that was the first red flag.
And then a couple of days, then you got Mo Williams heading to Kentucky being assistant coach. Now, you know, I pulled this up right here because I thought this was interesting. You know what I mean? 3 reasons why Mo Williams was a home run hire for Mark Pope in Kentucky. Let's see what the man say. Williams will help develop the backcourt. Now, people remember Mo Williams played in the NBA, played right there next to LeBron.
Yeah, my boy.
Hey, listen. Matter of fact, brought LeBron to Jackson, and man, I ain't gonna talk about that and how LeBron did to pull little kids down to Jackson. My mama's still mad about that. Still mad about how LeBron didn't interact with kids. Second of all,
Mr. Campbell, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah, because we gotta talk about that. So listen, you got the scouting. They say, you know, so they're gonna be a good scout, you know, like that. And then, of course, recruiting. So, Mike, the man, listen, when you talking about assistant coach right there, man, that's not bad, Mike. And he probably going to make, because I did a little research. I think Mo was making what, about between 275 to 350, somewhere in there, basketball wise, somewhere in there. He gonna be making 450 to 500 now, Mike. Ain't bad money right there at University of Kentucky. Now, here's the thing. Pope, now I don't know, a lot of people like basketball around here. And here's the thing. Kentucky had now, Mike, I don't know if you know this. You know who had the highest NIL in all of college basketball?
Kentucky?
University of Kentucky, $22 million. Got knocked out in the second round. Yeah, $22 million NIL. So I'm gonna tell you something. Mo got his work cut out for him, because I'll tell you this. And here's the thing. And a couple of things, Mo. You had the coach for Alabama State. He left. He's gone to his own mark back in Memphis. Johnny Jones left Texas Southern, gone down to LSU. So you got a lot of HBCU coaches. Well, not a lot. These three coaches are three prominent programs, because you got to understand something. Jackson State had just played the SWAC championship the year before. Alabama State had won the SWAC, and so had Texas Southern a couple of years before that, and won games. But for some reason, and it's going to tie into something that we're going to talk about a little bit later, they left to go coach at PWI. Mike, why do you think that is? What do you think happened with this?
Oh, bigger opportunities, Mr. Campbell, like you just mentioned the salary. Mo is going to be on the bench with Mark Pope. That could eventually lead to on down the line of coaching big time blue blood school. You never know. You know what I mean? But Mr. Campbell, I got to be honest with you now. I got to keep it real.
We sipping on something, sip on it.
Jackson State. Hold on, let me start by this. Hold on, let me go back. Mo Williams is my guy. I love Mo Williams. When LeBron came to Jackson, Mr. Campbell, I was doing an internship at WLBT under Rob J. So Rob, Mike, LeBron in town. Rob being the good guy he is, I'm his intern. Mike, I want you to go to the airport and interview LeBron. Get it? Okay. So I go to the airport. I'm waiting on LeBron. LeBron walks out the airport. In Jackson Airport, the little side with a private jets will come.
Right.
LeBron comes out. He's with his management team, Randy and all them. And crazy, I just met Randy like last week. Crazy.
Right.
Randy and them. So I'm like, I'm playing it cool. Like, I don't want to hassle the man. So I'm just like, what's up, LeBron? Like, what's up, Bron? The man looked me dead in my eye, didn't speak. Like, his team was like, no interviews. I was like, cool. The man don't want to be bothered. I spoke to the man. The man didn't speak to me, Mr. Kelman. The man did not speak to me, bro. Do you know how, I was maybe like 20, a 20-year-old young man. Did you know how that made me feel? Like LeBron is on top of the world. Wouldn't speak to me. Like, bro, come on now. Yeah. But Mo being the good guy he is, Mo invited me and Rob J to everything else he had going on for that weekend. The golf tournament, everything. Mo laid out the red carpet for me and Rob J. So I always have respect for Mo Williams. But Mr. Campbell, ball is ball at the end of the day. Let me tell y'all something. Mo Williams was cool as a coach. I just felt like he was a middle of the pack type guy. Yeah. Like, I'm in the group messages with kind of like a prominent alumnus of Jackson State. I ain't gonna say his name, but we ain't gonna say no name. But listen, Mike,
let them know, Mike. This sipping on something. We know folks, Mike. I know folks. We know folks.
And he's actually he works in athletics. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a prominent guy in athletics. Every time Mo Williams lose, he texts us in the group message. Mo Williams lost again today, y'all. So, Mr. Kelman, he was a middle of the pack guy. 2022-23, a record of 14-19. Okay, finishing fourth. Right. First year. Okay. Second year, 2023-24, 15-17, 11-7 in the SWAC. Tied for fifth. Okay, the year after that, we make the championship. We lose. Fifth with a record of 15-17. We went 14-4 in the SWAC. Okay, cool. Come to this year, 12-21 overall, 10-8, finishing fourth. So, he's a middle of the pack type guy to me, Mr. Campbell. I mean, we not losing anything extravagant, I'm happy for him that he's taking
using
it as a stepping stone, but I'm not crying that he left Mr. Cam. I'm like, oh, Mo Williams, he gone. Bro, he's a middle of the pack type guy. I gotta keep ball. So I'm not crying over there, Mr. Kemp. Find somebody else, they can win some games.
Oh, so yeah, I think again, and I was talking to Zoe, saying kind of same thing. Well, Mike, you heard the rumblings down there on 1400 Lynch. You know what I'm saying? That folks weren't happy. But I got to listen. When you have the player of the year out, your second and third best player gets hurt in the tournament. This is kind of things that happen again, and this kind of goes back to when we're going to talk about some other things. Man, to me, it is tough, especially with basketball, to work that portal and to have a consistent team. Because with football, you got a lot of players. But basketball, man, you got to go out there and really, really find it. So, man, listen, shout out to Mo. Man, we wish him well going up there to Kentucky and stuff like that, man. I really want him to see. Dude, I'm not a Kentucky fan. I'm a Louisville fan, because shout out to Lancaster going to Jackson, Mississippi. He went to Louisville. That's how I started following Louisville.
We're gonna talk about my team, Mr. Campbell. You're gonna bring them up. Don't worry about it. What team I do about? We gonna talk about it.
You gonna talk about them?
Yeah.
So Mike, listen. This is Sippin on Sundays, and one of the things I like about Mike said, "Hey, Mr. Campbell, we gotta talk about something." Because Mike, this is gonna be near the dead our heart, because you remember when Scotty first came into this podcasting business. A lot of folks didn't like Scott, still don't like him. It was a lot of folks doing shows and talking about people's girlfriends and what. Mike, I even got caught up in it. Me, Mike, I don't do nothing to nobody, boy. Folks start talking bad about me. Oh, I was cool with Scotty and stuff like that.
Yeah, they talk about me too. I don't care.
I'm like, man, what are we doing? So I'm like, man. So Mike, hold on a second. So, but Mike, it ain't just down here on our level, Mike. Because we all watch these guys and things like that. But Mike, what is going on with the folks that make the real money? What is going on with the folk with the black men's? Shout out to the coach. Y'all know his. The men's. Coach McNair. What is going on there? So Mike, listen. We've been watching this. You text me back, say, hey, Mr. Cam, what's going on with this? I'm like, I'm gonna play a little song. Because our boy, shout out to Cam Newton, my guy. You know what I mean? Shout out.
Yeah, I rock with Cam. Cam, my guy. I look up to Cam. I like Cam.
So this is what Cam kind of alluded to this, Mike. So we're gonna talk about this on the other side. No. Wait, there we go.
Into the new reality TV. I love opening up my phone and boom, there it goes.
What is worse than diss track?
The top 5 most hated podcast personalities. And I know what you're thinking, Peggy.
What's up?
Is Karen gonna be a part of this? They lied me.
You grilling more than George Foreman over here.
Number 5. Emmanuel Acho. Got him and Leonard Fournette. Oh, that was going back.
Oh, they were battling.
But the thing about Emmanuel, he had to greatly kind of back out and kind of say, hey, now you in my world now.
Yeah.
You got to start using your nouns and your verbs and your similes, metaphors. So he tried to hit him with the educational route.
Try to take you to school.
Try to take go. Be a philosopher Acho. Leonard wasn't having it. He said, Echo, botched his name up. That man, say my name right.
Yeah.
Say my name. Say my name.
Matt Barnes and Acho.
RG3.
And Acho.
Matt Barnes said, people on your own don't even rock with you. Who was you talking about?
Man.
Number 4. Patrick Beverly.
Oh my
man, which one, Dave?
Jason Williams.
He like chocolate. He's a member of the culture, right? And ripping and cutting and cropping. Goodness gracious, I can't keep up. Number 3, Rashad McCants, part of Gil's Arena.
Yeah.
He be getting to wearing his crown and love to spill the tea. Every member knew. Oh, everybody in University of North Carolina, you versus them. Rashad. Number 2, Steve. That's my dog. Why some people hate Stephen A? Jamel Hill, Kerry Champion, Jasmine Crockett, Jason Whitlock, Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes got to be honorable, man. He the sixth man of the year.
Papa Light Skin, he is in the building.
Matt Barnes with the good hair
He is in the building.
Number one, last but not least, Jason.
Mike. That was a whole lot of names right there, man. Man, I sit back here, man, and I was a big fan, man. I told this story, man. I used to go, and I remember when Stephen A. Smith first started out and everything. Mike, when I used to do these big Super Bowl parties, I actually did a Black Sports Writer Roundtable with all these guys, way back. So, I always respected him, man. Shout out to Rob Wilder, man. God rest his soul. One of the best sports writers of all time. And, man, what is going on, man? They want to do Real Housewives. I understand when people, when Scotty would go back and forth, Scotty would have him versus X, and I ain't gonna say no name because we ain't trying to keep nothing going. But you know what I'm saying? Man, Scotty never have battling shows and stuff like that. But I understand. But Mike, they actually can interview players, Mike. They can actually interview coaches. They actually played the game. They could be talking about that. But now we talking about who know what and who know this, and I can't spell each other's name. I don't understand that.
Mr. Campbell, can I ask you something?
Please do.
What's your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith?
Listen here, Mike. Now, me and Stephen A. around the same age. And I know when folks go get money. See, I understand when folks go get money. And see, I got a friend that's a big political guy. And he said, let me tell you something. And Mike, he been dealing with the Republicans, Mike, back in college. Okay, back when we went to college. We'd be out there helping the Democrats and, NAACP signed up there. He was over there with George Bush and them. And I said, man, what you doing? He said, man, because ain't nobody else over here but me. I can go get a check. And he been getting checks from the Republican for the last 40 years. So let me tell you something. When Mike got stands for ABC, they big Republican folks, Mike. CEO gave money to Trump. That's his guy. So, Stephen A. want to get 100 million, Mike. They got to have a little talk with him in the back.
Nah, for real.
Mike, come on. We from Mississippi. You know how this go.
Yeah.
Cletus, I know y'all know them folks over there, March, but Cletus, we don't need you to be over there. We need you to make sure you come to work today. But just let us know if they do anything that might cause a little trouble. See, Mike, we grew up with that type of stuff. So Stephen A. wanted to get that money, and that was his whole thing. Because Pat McAfee had got that money, and what did he say? He got that $85 million. He had to get it. So see, Mike, that comes with strings. That comes with big strings. So now what does he do? He goes and he starts right-leaning, as they say. He starts wanting to check the Jasmine Crockett's. He wants to say Kamala this and Kamala that. But the thing about it is, when black folks ask him a question, why you don't say the same thing about the other folks, he don't say nothing. He ain't got nothing to say. So I'm like, this is all about money. Because it's a lay for that. And when you go look at his comments, you got all them white boys that just sit on YouTube all day in their basement, on Twitch, playing, ain't got no girlfriends, and that's who all be commenting. Yeah, Stephen A., you tell them. You tell them. And then ain't nothing worse when I hear a black person say, I'm a free thinker. If you ever hear a black person say that, might run away. But that basically means when I hear somebody say I'm a free thinker, I'm just letting you know, Mike, I'm old school right there. Look, shout out there. So I'm just letting you know. So that's my thing. And so, so two things can be. So yeah, when you hear that brother be thought I'm a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't be holding to nobody. Man, you gotta pick a side now, bro. You gotta pick a side. You can't be on both sides of the fence, Mike. You gotta be on that side or this side. Now, if you're on that side, that's fine. But stay on that side. So I can deal with you. So you know what he'll say? Hey, man, I raised all this money for HBCUs. And he does. But guess what, Mike? He ain't the only person to raise money for HBCUs. I ain't got the money Stephen A. Smith, but guess what I raised money for? FAMU, Jackson State, Grambling. I done raised money for all them jokers. So you ain't got to sit up there, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. And exactly, no smoke, not whatsoever. And then, or if he talk, listen here, Mike. This is on the side, but this is go to your point. I don't know if you know the Attorney General of Florida came out and said that,
yeah, I saw that about the NFL.
It was DEI if you interviewed black coaches. So Stephen A. had to come out there. But you know how Stephen A. come out there when he got his chest out there, Mike, and he go blah 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 blah. When we talk about the white man down in Florida, well, I really don't know the guy, and I think he's doing a good job, but I just think he's wrong here. Why you got his inside voice there, Mike? Oh, why you got his inside voice? Where the outside voice at? He got the outside voice for Jackson McCrockett. He got the outside voice for Kamala Harris. He got the outside voice for Kevin Durant. He got the outside voice for LeBron. Why the inside voice for whenever you talking about Trump and all his boys? Why you talking like, I don't know the guy and everything. Why you got his inside voice, Mike?
You ready for my rant, Mr. Kim?
Yeah, go right ahead. The floor is yours. I'm gonna sip a little something. Shout out to Grey Goose.
My thing with Stephen A. I like Stephen A. I think Stephen A. does a tremendous job of putting HBCUs on the platform. Because without Stephen A., ESPN would never go to HBCU without him. But I just think sometimes, bro, in this space, you are in sports, bro. Like the politics and stuff is cool. Sometimes you gotta keep ball, Mr. Campbell. Like I watch ESPN to talk about sports. I don't want to hear about this other shit you got going on, especially your personal vendettas against this person, that person, this person, that person. And that's my whole thing with the black sports media. Like y'all are talking all this stuff, making it a reality soap opera, talking about each other, black men bashing black men, when you're supposed to be talking about sports, bro. We want to hear about sports, bro. I don't care that you think you don't like this guy or this guy don't like you. I don't give a damn about that. That ain't none of my business. Ball is ball. And I'm going to keep it real. That's why my favorite show on ESPN is the Pat McAfee show. My favorite show because at the end, Pat McAfee has more cachet at ESPN than anybody because he had his own platform. And when he got brought to ESPN, I don't need y'all. Y'all need me. So he can do what he want to do, but he does a good job of keeping ball, if you get what I'm saying, Mr. Campbell. It's strictly sports. They sit on that show. They don't hate on nobody. They don't hate. If you play bad, they say he played bad. Maybe he can come back and play better. They don't take personal feelings. And then he got relationships. That's why his relationship with everybody in the sports industry is so good. He don't sit there and bash anybody or whatever. And on them, with them, sport doesn't have a color. Ball is ball. And I believe that, Mr. Campbell. Ball is ball. I know some things happen because of race. We be like, but at the end of the day, ball is ball to me, Mr. Campbell. I watch ESPN. I watch these sports broadcasts and podcasts to hear about sports, bro. I don't care about all this other stuff y'all bashing each other, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that at all, bro. And I just hate, bro. You really don't see these white men going back and forth with each other, bro, because they really don't give a fuck long as they getting their numbers and making their money. So I just feel like, bro, we got to stop bashing each other and keep it sports, bro. You can have a broadcast talking about sports without bashing somebody, bro. You can do that. And that's how I feel about that, Mr. Campbell. Rocky, how I'm being a hypocrite? Hold on.
I'm gonna push back on Pat McAfee a little bit. Here, but
I just want to know how I'm being a hypocrite.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you get. I'm gonna let you. You know, Rocky will be on in 2 seconds. He'll definitely. But I'm gonna push back. Here's the thing about Pat McAfee.
People tune in to hear about the sports aspect, bro. Yeah, Mr. Campbell, explain.
Let me say this, Mike. Let me say this. Let me. Well, okay. So let me tell you something. We are different ages, so this is more of an age thing.
Yeah.
I don't like Pat McAfee because he did that white boy frat humor. He the type of white boy you be cool with, but you catch him the wrong way, he call you a nigger. It didn't mean it. I'm just trying to tell you, he come off like that. That white boy frat humor. And he down with Trump and all that. But I ain't mad at it. But to your point, what he tries to do, be like white boys and frat white boys, they try to keep it light, right? They try to keep it light. They try to keep it whatever. But he do have that white boy frat humor. But that's okay. But my thing is with Stephen A., that's what I'm saying about picking sides. See, I know what Pat McAfee is. Like you said, I know exactly what he is.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
that's my thing. See, that's why if I watch him, which, you know, if he has, to your point, an interview, like, because he interviews a lot of people. I will watch, but I know who and what he is. My problem with Stephen A. is I don't know what you are now, brother.
Yeah. I get what
That's
you're saying.
my problem. And that's why I think people have a problem with him because, see, for Pat McAfee, he can be goofy. He can say this. Because, like you say, in the white culture, he's not on the top rung. He's not. He's not. It's levels to that. You see what I'm saying? You got Joe Rogan over there tripling what he doing. Talking crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's levels to this thing. So my point is, when you get a guy, and again, and man, I'm funny, I had to explain this to a couple of people, when Scotty started the show. Scotty had to learn this a little bit too, man. We can't separate ourselves from what we are. Because we are always, we on this show right now, somebody watching this, I got to make sure that I represent my family, FAMU, and HBCUs in Jackson, Mississippi. I think about that. Before I open my mouth, I really make sure I think about it. Some other people might not. That's just me. I know you do, Mike. I mean, you have talked a long time. I know you for like 2.5 years now. I know that you respect your father. I know you respect your fraternity. I know you respect Mississippi Valley. You ain't about to say nothing crazy against none of them three. You see what I'm saying? You're not. That's how catch you are.
Exactly. Yep. You get to my point. We on the same page, Gil.
Yeah. So that's the thing about it, man. So, what's disappointing is what I would like to see. You got all these brothers that are very talented. Like exactly. You say, on this part, and I think, Mike, this is what your point was on the politics side, because I want, again, you can speak for yourself and let you speak. But I don't want to hear Stephen A. Smith doing a whole hour show about Matt Barnes. I don't want to see Matt Barnes smoking a blunt outside talking about Stephen A. Using my boy.
Thank you.
He was cool. But now you're talking that shit. Smoking a blunt. See, I don't need that. I need you better playoffs get ready to start, bro. I need you to be ready to playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I don't map on. I know it's all up in smoke. How about you smoking a blunt and tell me why Win Beyond should be winning the doggone MVP?
Yes. I
don't need Emmanuel Acho and Leonard Fournette talking about who played better, who did this, man.
Exactly.
Listen, I don't need all that because, see, man, the worst thing I told somebody this, and again, and we could be part of it, and I'll take it. You got too many people with a microphone talking about stuff they don't know they're talking about. You know One thing about me, Mike? I stay in my lane.
Me too.
People know where I'm from and know I do. I ain't about to talk about no medical stuff. I ain't about to talk about. But the stuff I talk about, you can take it to the bank. And I'm not going to disrespect. I tried to do my best. When people that have gotten upset with me, which is very few, they know I've either apologized or, frankly, I stand on what I said because I don't do no wrong to nobody. And even Scotty, because I love him, y'all know, and this ain't no secret. When Scotty get out of pocket, Mike, who called him?
Hello.
This guy.
You.
I call him. Say, hey, man, listen, can't be doing that, bro.
Yep.
And he knows. I call him right now, man. Hey, listen, I keep an eye on it because this is bigger than us, man. This is a big platform that we got. So we got to do it. So, yeah, so we not going to be. That's why we got Sippin on Sundays, man. Rocky Miller channel.
Hey, Mr. Campbell, channel, man. One more thing, Mr. Campbell. Like, because see, I'm here, I'm looking at the comments. Bro, somebody's put like, what political party somebody ride with, I don't care. That's your opinion. That's your thing. Like, right. I don't care. Like, you can have your own. Everybody not gonna agree on religion and politics. And I try to stay out of it. Because they say there's two things you really just don't talk about with people. I try to stay out of it. I like sports. I want to hear sports. I don't care about politics. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about who you don't like and who you like. I like sports, Mr. Kelman. So that's what I'll be tuning in and want to hear.
Hey, man. Yeah, y'all take a drink on that. Shout out to Mike Reed. We'll leave it. We'll let y'all laugh. Now, Mike,
take one for you, Mr. Kelman.
Go ahead and take. Now, Mike. Now, hold on now, Mike. Like I say, we got a lot. So, listen, man, we're going to be on here for a while. So, man, pull up a drink. Tell your folks that we on live, man. We're going to have a good time. Now, Mike, you a member of Alpha Phi Alpha?
Yes.
1906.
You hear me?
What's your chapter? What's your chapter? Shout out to your chapter.
Zeta Phi.
Shout out to Zeta
State University.
Now, Mike, so you part of that D9. Now, Mike, there's a group that 2 years later was formed called Alpha Kappa Alpha. Listen, my whole family.
Yes, indeed.
AK. Shout out to the AKs. Shout out to Beta Alpha. Shout out to Glamour Gamma Roy at Jackson State. Shout out to the AKs at Dillard. I mean, man, I got them all over there, Mike. But, Mike, it was something that happened down here in Florida. I just need to know, what was the AKs thinking? I just need that. Mike, when you talk about the AK, you talk about pretty, proper, and prim. Pretty Girl Incorporated, Mike. Somebody to bring home to your mama. Like, I'm gonna do this. I tell you right now. You Mike. I just this little secret on the street. Mike, I got a little AKA, little background. I got a little AKA. I hang out with little something. Hang out. She keep me straight, Mike. You know what I'm saying? She be doing her little thing, little step and everything. Like I'd be like, "Y'all step on, baby. I see you, Mike." But Mike, but something happened, and I broke this down, so I'm gonna let them break this down, and we got to talk about this on the other side here, Mike. Let's say this great.
What was y'all expecting? Kurt Franklin, Stone? The AKAs hired rapper Trick Daddy to perform at their regional conference. They said that all of their requirements were ignored. From the language and comments that were made by the rapper, they were unacceptable. Now, let me tell y'all who Trick Daddy is. In one of Trick Daddy's most popular songs, he says, and I quote, "You don't know Nan N-word, who do more freaky stuff, eat your coochie with your legs up, then I blow all in your butt." Then his homegirl Trina turned right around after him and said, "You don't know Nan ho, who quick to deep throat a D-I-C-K and let another bitch straight lick the click. You don't know Nan ho." What was you expecting Trick Daddy to sing? His name Trick Daddy. He ain't doing clown tricks. He a trick like a pimp. He passing out money to bitches and hoes. That kind of trick. Man, they say the AKAs was walking up out that conference faster than Nick Cannon when you're trying to have a conversation with him about condoms and birth control. They ain't want to hear all that. Trick Daddy on the stage, "Do my ladies run this mother?" gyrating and talking all nasty and freaky. Then you know what he looking like these days. If it was somebody more desirable, they probably wouldn't have had a problem with it. But when you up there looking like Big Mama from Soul Food, talking about some "you don't know Nan," I guess I'd be offended too, goddamn. I guess it's all good long as Trick Daddy got his money. Because like he said, you don't know Nan who will run up in your house and blow your motherfucking brains out. You don't know Nan nigga. AKAs, what was y'all?
So Mike, we got some inside video, Mike. You know, shout out to the young man that did the break. I couldn't do the breakdown any better than that. Hold on, Mike. I'm trying to. Here we go. Now, Mike. Here's the actual performance. As we about to pull this out.
Do an AKA conference and they shut the concert down. They about to give my mama a heart attack. What do you say? Everybody leaving. What's going on? What do you say?
You all my ladies run this motherfucker.
What? Everybody in here 60 years old. You
Mike, what? Mike, they had the golden sorrows clutching their pearls, Mike. Mike. Now, Mike, I'm not a member of the D9. Shout out to all the members of the D9. Shout out to all my boys. Shout out to my boy EA. Shout out to Beta Mu Alpha Phi Alpha down there. Shout out to Delta Chapter Kappa Alpha Psi of Jackson State. Shout out to Alpha Z Kappa Alpha Psi. But Mike, what were the AKs thinking?
Mr. Kelvin.
Mike,
I don't know who decision this was to book Trick Daddy. Who was in the meeting when they were discussing? Okay, y'all, we gonna book Trick Daddy for the conference. Who was in the meeting? Everybody know anything about Trick Daddy? You know what you getting. You know what you in store for.
But Mike, Mike, let me ask something to you. Not only did they book Trick Daddy, they booked Luke and JT Money.
Luke, yeah. Uncle Luke.
Mike, now listen. Now, Mike, I'm just gonna explain something to you. I went to college in the heyday. See, I'm a child of rap. Rap was born when I was born. Okay. You gotta understand, so there was a time when there was no cursing, Mike. I remember when we were like, oh my God, they're cursing. You know what I'm saying? So Luke came out, okay, 2 Live Crew. On the back end of me leading FAMU, Poison Clan, JT Money, and Trick Daddy Dollars came out.
Yeah, Trick Daddy
I
Dollars.
thought this was a FAMU be out day, Mike. When I saw the lineup, I said, wait a minute. This gotta be a FAMU be out day. I'm like, this can't be the Laser Alpha Kappa Alpha at a regional convention. Come on, man. What, Mike? Okay, Mike, they not only had Trick, they had Luke and JT Money.
The whole lineup.
The whole lineup, boy. Hey, flat. Hey, man, that was like the Miami Fresh Fest 1992 down at FAMU. Come on, man. What, man? I'm like, man, listen. Oh, man. You know, and again, I didn't play, listen, so Trick had a response. And because, you know, we're a family show up here, he kind of used some derogatory language against one, but he apologized. But I didn't want to play that because, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that here. But Trick was like, listen, y'all knew who I was.
Exactly.
Don't tell me about no playlist.
Yeah, don't tell
y'all
me
knew what y'all was going to get.
Exactly.
And the thing about, and this is what I think happens all the time, man, when you have a group that are part of a group, but ages are different, right?
Yeah.
So again, like you said, you got the Golden Star 60. You know, they didn't come up with that. Now the ones like my friend Beta Alpha, see, she was down there. She would have been out there dropping it low. She know who she is. She would have been dropping it low. See, that crew, see the 50 and under Mike, that went to college in there.
They
good.
know
And then the Neo, Mike, the Neo just, you know what I'm saying? They got to do, you know what I'm saying? They just happen to be there. So that was the thing, man. You know, I was just like, come on, man. What are we doing, man? I'm just like, oh.
But Mr. Campbell, hold on, Mr. Campbell. GC, hold on, let me get close to the camera. Just like them AKA behind closed doors, they be them freaks. But when it hit the fan, they want to act all innocent, Mr. Campbell.
You know, listen, there's a reason why they say once you date the AKA, you end up marrying them.
Hey,
you ever heard that, Mike? When you date the AKA, you end up marrying them, Mike. You end up marrying them, Mike.
No, Mr. Calvin. But then they try to act all innocent.
Hey, man, them AKAs, man, they ratting the thought, man. Listen, when AK get a, hey, listen, you be seeing the guy, man, you dating AK? Yeah, man, yeah. You know my boy, like, man, y'all been dating strong. And then you talk to your boy 2 years later, oh, yeah, we about to get married. God,
But they be trying to act all innocent. Deep down inside, they love Trick Daddy.
No, listen, man, listen. No, why she, listen, Mike, that's why she had him. Mike. You know, listen. Listen, man. Hey, man, shout out to the Deltas too, man. Shout out to Beta Alpha Deltas. You know, those are my girls too, man. And like, shout out to everybody.
But with the Deltas, you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting with the Deltas. The AKAs put on a persona and try to act. You know, but with the Deltas, they'll tell you straight up what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, okay.
But the AKAs be trying to put on a persona and act, clutching, like you say, clutching the pearls. Like, oh.
Well, see, Mike, I'm gonna tell you what a friend of mine who was AK told me. There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Mike. I got. Mike, I got cut out. I'm about to be in trouble. This is one of them AKs right here. One of them prominent ones, boy. I want. I got to move on, boy. When they
know.
So Mike said it, Michael Alpha, so don't say it on me.
They know. I'm just saying they know, Mr. Kim.
They know. Not Mike. Before we get to the thing where everybody here, Mike, I saw this, and this right here, man. Listen, I know y'all young folks do things, but I'm just gonna tell you. And I'm gonna ask you, Michael. I don't know, but I got a feeling I know your answer. But I know you saw the skit with Drewski, right? Yeah. And basically, what conservative women do. He didn't say what woman. He said conservative women, right? And you know, and what's funny when you look at Drewski's skit, and people try to say, "Oh, was you know, I'm not gonna say the name of a certain person because you know, whatever. I ain't trying to cause Scotty no trouble. You know, he probably trying to shut stuff down." But then, what was funny? It was 4 or 5 women that looked exactly like he was talking about. They all look the same, Mike. I was like, damn, see? But here's what I saw. And I'm gonna pull this up, Mike, and play this. Because this is, you know, Mike, this is Sippin on Sundays. We from Mississippi. The thing, we don't play certain things. But I saw this. And you know, a lot of y'all young folk like this cat. And he said he gonna do something interesting. So I'm gonna play this on the other side and see what you put this here, Mike.
I've been over the last couple of days calling makeup artists, and I was gonna do a response to this and like go and do like the full on
Darker.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and do it and just do it back because why not?
Yeah.
Like, are we on the same playing field? Like,
In the sentence. But if there's a way to do it, I've been here many times. If there's a way to do it, I think there needs to be some Black support for the character, I think. Like I'm saying, like say if Drewski or I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. If you got one of those guys to be like, hey, Theo, I want you to do this skit with me. Let's do this.
But still, that's pussying out.
You think it is?
Yeah.
To me, there's a level of like,
Doesn't that make us more like prejudice?
like more prejudice?
That
against-
makes us, if we have to partner with someone. Drewski just dropped this.
And he's done it a couple of times.
I'm from the old school. From the old school, raised by folk that march in them streets. I'm just gonna tell you something. I don't know how y'all move. J. Paul, you might not want to do that. You might not want to do that. Now, some of y'all young folks, Mike, I hate to say it, maybe a little bit young now. Some of y'all don't understand what that means. Some of y'all think that might be funny. I don't see how that's gonna be fun. And then how you gonna throw Charles Barkley on the bus, which kind of scared me right there. He said maybe I can call Charles Barkley. What the hell is Charles Barkley talking about? You know, like is he that comfortable? Hold on. And then that white boy, I guess, is a big time podcaster. You see how he set him up. He said, hey, you know, I might get in trouble with this. But there is a kind of a way to do it. You see how they scheme it? Mike, if Jake Paul do blackface, what you think gonna happen?
Mr. Campbell, Jake Paul, do it. But you got to be ready for all consequences that come with it. Now, when you go back to your wrestling and one of them black niggas back slap the shit out your ass, I don't want to hear no crying. Don't play the victim. Don't play the victim when somebody slap the shit out you now. So do it. Do it. Just be ready for whatever smoke come with it, Mr. Campbell. He got to be ready for whatever come with it.
All right. So we always argue he has not done it. That was an AI creation of what he would look like. Jake Paul has not done it. So I'm not gonna
do it, Jake.
Yeah, but listen, man. I come and shout out to the Breelers. And man, and I grew up. Fannie Lou Hammond was one of my heroes. Aaron Henry, if you're from Jackson, one of my heroes. These folks, Dr. John Peoples, Jackson State. These are somebody. I'm talking about people that was in the struggle. And when I saw this, and that he was so cavalier about it, like, I think I should do it. That just let you know where we at, boy. Folks got too comfortable around here, Mike.
Yeah, Mr. Campbell, let him do it. I want somebody to slap the shit out of.
No, he ain't. Hey, listen, he has not done it. That was an AI pitch. I'm trying to tell you what I know, bro. He has not done it. So, so man, just the fact, and if I'm Charles Barkley, I don't know when they come back on. I'm like, hey man, keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't even put me in to let people even think I'm even down with you that much. I'm like, man, it ain't no way. I saw that, man. I was like, man, y'all, boy, is this where we at? Is this where we at?
Do it, Jake. You thought Buddy knocked your ass out.
Man, listen. So, like I say, I tell you what, he better not break on any street that I'm on. Point blank.
But Mr. Campbell, if he do, he ain't gonna go to no places where nobody gonna do harm to him. He ain't gonna do that.
Oh no. He'll be down at Mar-a-Lago. He'll be out wherever he at. He ain't
Beverly Hills and yeah.
No, he ain't gonna do it. No, he ain't gonna do it. Now, Mike, you know I'm with the Florida A&M University. And Mike, we used to have a thing called FAMU Foolishness. A lot of things, Mike, we come on there and show Scotty. Scotty would do 3-hour shows. Other folks would just be happy talking about what they knew about OBG and all this stuff and all that, Mike. And Mike, so I had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you take the good with the bad. When you're number one public HBC, folks are always going to be hating on you. But Mike, I don't know. I had a tracker, Mike. I had a tracker. And from the day Coach Quinn Gray got hired to just a few days ago, 108 days, Mike. You know how, like, you go into those power plants or those warehouses and they say 108 days without an accident?
Yeah.
I had that go, Mike. We was 108 days strong. 108 days strong, Mike, with no family football. Mike, here's what came out just the other day. And I'm going to talk about this on the other side. And we pull this up.
Everybody been waiting on you, Mr. Campbell, to talk about this.
Oh, yeah, man, I know. Oh, boy, listen, they've been waiting, Mike. I know they've been waiting. But we're going to get into it because that's what we're going to break it down. Because, listen, man, we're going to break it down. Mike, but see, let me tell you something about FAMU. See, Mike, we come out. Official statement, Mike. Official statement. I'm like, everybody like, oh, Lord. But, Mike, here you go. FAMU football receives NCAA penalties. University outlines path forward. Florida A&M University announced today that its football program has received a level 2 academic progress rate penalties for NCAA 2026 football season, which includes practice restrictions, ineligibility for postseason competition during the 2026 season, which is next season, of course. President Marvin B. Johnson and university leadership are committed to addressing structural conditions that contribute to this outcome and building academics. So here is President Johnson, because she's a lawyer. Florida A&M holds the student athletes to the same standard of excellence we hold every rattler, said President Johnson. These penalties reflect a failure of institutional infrastructure, not a failure of our student athletes. We are committing to building the academic support structure this program has long deserved, and this administration will be accountable for delivering it. We are fortunate to have tremendous partners in Southwest Athletic Conference, Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan, and I can swiftly provide the support we need. And then got a new AD. New AD had to put his little thing in there. His statement, not a little thing, statement. Shout out to, AD Davis. We owe it to our student athletes and the Rattler community to be transparent about where we are and where we're going, said Davis. The 4-year rolling average that produced this outcome includes a period of significant transition. That context does not excuse the result. And we're not here to make excuse. We're here to fix it. The 2026 season is the opportunity for this team to demonstrate its character, develop its culture under Coach Gray, and lay the foundation. Now, so again, that benchmark is a rolling average of 930. But I wanted to say something because shout out to Coach Quinn Gray. Because let me tell you something. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. But Coach Gray said something. He's been doing something right off the rip because Coach Gray knew that we were APR challenged. And I'm going to talk about that. Academics and football are not competing priorities in our program. They are the same priority. Every player on this roster knows the expectation. You handle your business in the classroom first. You have systems in place. Now it's about execution, accountability every single day. Our job is to build this program the right way on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. While this band seems daunting, it does not take away our ability to continue to impact our student athletes and lives off the field and still working to it. So, Mike. Now, of course, you had a whole bunch of fun. Now, my boy Crook, shout out to Crook. Like I said, we don't run away. And I told Crook this. It's Black Crook here because he giving us a view. Crook don't kick his jokes off. But let me tell you something, Mike. People, people, Mike, people got to do shows that don't know nothing about FAMU. But they got to talk about what they think they know. Well, we don't want you to blame certain people like OBG. You need to look at who the people to blame. First of all, this ain't got nothing to do with OBG, Mike. This ain't got nothing to do with the coach. Because, Mike, I'm going to show you a little something that I discovered.
What you got?
Man, listen. Because, see, what people want to do is they want to just talk about, they want to blame somebody, especially people that they don't like. And I'm going to say this again. This number does not reflect on Angela Suggs' watch. So I want to be clear on that because some of y'all try to mislabel that too. The people that were the ADs during this 4-year period were Gaucher, Mike Smith, OBG, Mike Smith again. That's the period of the ADs. I want to be clear. The coaches were Alex Wood, Willie Simmons, and Cozy's 1 year, not this last year. Okay. But Mike, I want to show you something because this kind of threw me off. And where FAMU, hold on 1 second. Give me a second. I pull this up. There's 2 things I'm gonna pull up. Give me a second. Y'all pull your little something while I get this together. Because we gotta talk about this because people want to just do stuff for clicks. I'm here for results, Mike. You know me. And I think we're gonna get some results. But we gotta talk about where this started from. All right. All right, here we go, Mike. I'm going to share my screen. Make this bigger so y'all can see this. And this is public knowledge, so this ain't nobody to embarrass nobody and everything. Now, I've been on this long before her. Yeah, okay, here we go. Share my screen. Shout out to Crow. Because this is what Madam President is talking about. Now, Mike, can you see this?
Yep.
That big, Mike. You see this in 2004? That was 20 years ago, was it not?
Yes.
Not one time, other than 2008 and 2018, have we ever been over 930. Mike, for 20 years. 20 years. So, Mike, now hold on. So let me tell you how this thing kind of works. It's a rolling average. So sometimes when you're in a ditch, so look at in them 20 years, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you who the coaches were during that time. Because this is kind of what happens when you see this. Because this is very important. And I'm gonna tell, and we're gonna work. Oh, yeah, Easton. Easton, okay, that first year before Gaucher. Okay, thank you. So there you go. Add one more. So these are coaches right here, Mike. And I'll make this big. Now, this thing go all the way back to 2004. Can you see this, Mike?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, and make this really big. These are our coaches. Billy Joe, Reuben Carter, Earl Holmes, Alex Wood, because Corey Fuller, Willie James. Every one of these guys, Mike, gave the other coach a rolling average on the 930.
Yeah.
Every coach. So nobody had it where, hey, you know what? And I'm going to pass it off to Reuben Carter. Reuben, here you go. Reuben pass off to Joe Taylor, Earl, Alex Wood, Willie. So for every coach, and mind you, and we're going to talk about why does this happen? Because, see, some of y'all Bama's don't know how the APR calculated. I do, Mike. We're going to break it down. I'm going to show you too. And I'm going to show you how easy you can be in APR hell. So, Mike, if you're transferring transition coaches that much, guess what, Mike? What happens when coaches come and go? What usually happens?
Oh, they just go. They leave everything else in shambles.
No, but what happened with the players?
Oh, players leave. Yeah, they gone. They gone with the coach.
They gone with the coach. So, Mike,
yeah,
5 coaches. So, guess what? Every time a player leaves, guess what? You're gonna have a problem. So, Mike, we're gonna break it down. So let me show y'all some how the APR math work. Mike, see, on Sippin on Sundays, we come with people all there talking about, oh, they need this. Man, this is deeper than this. And a lot of y'all don't know how APR. So, Mike, I'm gonna break this thing down. I got I gave y'all the points. So here we go, Mike. So give me 1 second as I pull this up. Okay. Oh, somebody got it. Hold on, Mike. Got a alert on here.
Oh, okay. I thought you had that dial up in that over there, Mr.
Yeah, man. It looked like somebody got kidnapped, I guess. So, Mike, here is how APR is calculated. Now, I want y'all to pull out your notes. Because, Mike, I got many jobs. But I'm also the APR investigator, Mike. They didn't know that. So I'm here to investigate the APR. So, Mike, this is how APR is calculated. Okay? So you got APR, points earned and points possible, times 1,000. That's how you get to 960. Now, here's what's very important. Every scholarship athlete, you get 2 points. Very important. You get 1 point if the athlete is eligible at the end of the term. You know what? Start school, end of the semester. You get another point if the kid stays or leaves academically. Okay? Returns, comes back. Now, here's the thing. That's retention. If you got 10 guys, 20 athletes, 10 athletes, you got 20 points. Say you got 8 athletes eligible and retained. So you get 16 points. 1 athlete is eligible, but he transfers. So, Mike, listen. When you transfer, you only get 1 point. As long as the guy's eligible. Okay? As long as the guy's eligible, you get 1 point. But if the guy is ineligible and leaves, which you know what happens? New coach comes in, sees the guys not doing right in the classroom, right? Because they're going to get rid of those guys first, right?
Yep.
You get 0 points. So you do that, you risk a 930. Now, I'm going to show you something, how this looks when you got a FCS. We got 63 scholarships, Mike. And I'm going to show you how quick you can get an APR hell real quick. Real quick. Let me make sure. Let me see which one I got out there. Nope, that's not the one I want. Hold on 1 second, Mike. Okay, here we go. Let me try this. So this is what was very interesting to me, how the numbers can get really screwed. Let's try to see if this is it. All right. Here we go, Mike. So this is 63 student athletes, okay? This is what we're running right now, all right? We're FCS. You get one eligibility point we talked about, and one retention point. So I said if we got 10 guys eligible that leave, okay?
Yeah, leave, okay.
10 that leave out of 6, which that's not even a lot of kids. Now, Mike, how many times we heard 15, 20, 25, 30, right?
Facts.
Okay. So that means they're going to earn the eligibility point. And I'm talking just eligible, not ineligible, because that's even a whole worth thing. But they don't get the retention point. So here's the math for all you math wizards out there. 63 athletes times 2 points, 126 total points.
Okay.
You only earn 1 point for those who leave. You earn 53 points by who stays. So 2 points, 106 points,
Okay.
right? Then you got 106 plus 10, 116 points. Look here, Mike. If 10 people only leave, look what your APR is.
921.
If only 10 guys leave, Mike, you are
That's
already under.
You're already under.
You are now, mind you, Mike, these are guys that's eligible. I didn't say ineligible. Listen to where I showed that. They were eligible, Mike. They just didn't want to play a fan. You know what? Maybe they got money to go to a Power 5, group of 4, right? They're eligible. 10 guys, and you are already under 921. This is where the problem is at. Now, here's the thing. If you're a recruiting guy, and I've always said this, and shout out to Coach Greg, I think he understands it. Coach Cozy was at the 220 Club, and he said, I'm going to get guys out the portal. And I was like, man, listen, you need to get guys that want to be at FAMU. You need to get guys that want to be Rattler football players.
Yeah, they're going to.
Because if you get guys that just want to be football players, Mike, guess what you're going to have? This right here, every year.
Yeah.
Every year. So, Mike, there's nothing you can do if you just lose 10 guys, and that ain't counting. Now, Mike, mind you, we're losing point because a lot of these guys that you kick off the team ain't even eligible.
So then when you lose
That's
2 points.
Thank you. So you lose 2 points. This is the thing how people, we don't need all that. This is simple numbers. And this is why this works. Because you know what? Alabama, you know what they got? They got 998. I wouldn't go check. I want to see what the big boys have. But Alabama got 85 football players.
Facts.
Alabama, those kids, the only ones that's going to leave is the ones that's going to get money. Alabama will make you stay there. But they can lose more players too, Mike, because they got 20 more players. So they can lose 10 guys and still be okay.
Yep.
See, and this is the thing. So when people sit back and say, or want to look for the blame, this is where they're talking about the institution. So, Mike, here's the thing about FAMU. If you don't have presidents that only focus on being the number one public HBCU in R1, which is fine, and you think athletics is over there, right? That's just something that they do. And you're putting all your time and effort, and you're not giving a resource to athletics. And you're thinking that only 10 guys come. Mike, if I would have told you 10 guys, would you believe that would have put you on the APR?
I wouldn't have believed it.
Exactly. That's the point. Most people would not believe, and I'm talking about eligible. You were like, man, ain't no way, 10 guys, that's going to happen every year. But that's the problem. And that's the thing about it. So, Mike, here's the thing. was a lot of shade, Mike. Come on, FAMU. A lot of shade. That was acting like, oh man, wait a minute. FAMU this and FAMU that. Well, my brother Mike, it was raining over here. Boy, folks was doing shows, talking about what FAMU is. I said, well, hold on. Let me go check a few things here, Mike. Just look at a few things. Since since folk got to be talking. So, it's some folks down that street. Hold on, Mike. I'm just going to show you. And you know what? I'm going to do it like, I'm going to do it this way, and then I'm going to do it the other way. So, Mike, this right here. Let me stop sharing that because we're going to come back to this. This is the Bethune-Cookman University. Our rivals. They was all in, we had to, everybody had them rival chats, right, Mike?
Yeah.
They had them rival chats. Oh, FAMU. Mike, can you see it, Mike? Let me make it big. Let me make it big for the folks. For the folks in the back. Mike, last 4 years.
Yeah, since 2020. Yeah.
980, 892, 880, and 888. Guess what they are? They on level 1 penalty. They just ain't made on that. They probably going to get postseason ban.
They better
But this is FAMU problem.
Turn yourself in early.
Yeah. So listen, now here's the thing. I think Coach Woody, I want to say now, y'all correct me wrong. I think Coach Wood has been there for all 4 of those years. I think he's been there for 4 years. So these are his. I wanted to look and see what was going on with Alabama A&M. Scott down there. Scotting with, I want to see what's going on, with Alabama A&M. Now, mind you, they got a new coach. So I want to be very clear. This ain't no Paul Bryant and Coach Shade. But I want to show you this how things happen when things get transitioned, Mike. Can you see that, Mike?
Yeah. Oh, it's been
this
real.
Is Alabama A&M. Last 4 years, Mike.
That's on minor.
932, 911, 905, and 901. Guess what they got, Mike?
Level 1.
Level 1 penalty practice reduction. That's Alabama A&M. Let's go on down the street. And let's go on over there to Alabama State. Now, shout out there because I want to be very clear on something. My point, this is not the coaches, Mike. I guarantee you, if I do a coaching roundtable, you know what they're going to say? We need the funding to make sure that we have academic advisors. And I'm going to talk about that. But I want people to understand, I want to be very clear where when people want to say, oh, FAMU, what about number one? Listen, these are Alabama A&M. Hey, man, that's a great institution. But let's go on down the street to Alabama State just to see what they look like. Wait a minute. Where you at? There we go. Alabama State. Now, Mike, this is Alabama State. Now, here's the thing. And shout out to Coach E-Rob. E-Rob was academic All-American. We have Coach E-Rob. He talks about academics and these young men getting educated. You see what E-Rob did?
He got
it.
Now,
mind you, he got it. Now, now, what was the coach before? Y'all shot the coach before. Now, I remember Alabama State had a roller. But, E-Rob comes in, probably a lot of kids transfer, right? Mike, what I say? You'll need 10 guys, right?
Yep.
Now, all those guys, E-Rob had to clean house. So 904, 913.
And it rolls every year.
But guess what? 920. Because now E-Rob is starting to keep. Because you know what E-Rob also does? He recruits high school kids that's going to stay there. That's going to stay eligible.
He do. And
then guess what? E-Rob is at 941. Shout out to E-Rob.
Yeah, he does.
Shout out to E-Rob.
Be there for the long.
You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing. So what you want to see is progression. But I wanted to let people know this ain't just a FAMU thing. Now, here's the thing. I just basically, I don't have to show, unfortunately, I don't have to show valid, Mike, because y'all already, y'all there. I'm not gonna do you like that.
No, please don't do that.
But you know what though? But let's talk about some positives, Mike. Because this is Sippin on Sundays. And we talk about Mississippi stuff. Let's see what them Black State Tigers do, Mike. Let's see what them Tigers do. Now, Mike, they had a lot of things going on with Deion Lau.
Hey.
TC Taylor said, hold my beat.
TC Taylor was gonna let it drop, Mr. Kim.
Now, Now, right before Dion got there, now Jackson State was low, 971, 973. Dion come there, 950. 2021, 943. TC, because this is going to remember, this is a trailing thing because they don't have this last year or 24, 25. Okay, guys. 936, 937. That's Jackson State.
And Mr. Campbell, Ashley Robinson does a good job with compliance. Like they compliance. You ain't got to worry about when them Jackson State in compliance.
Now, bro, listen.
They focus on compliance.
And I know because I heard it. Study hard, everything rolling.
Yeah. Ashley Robinson.
And let me tell you, some people.
Compliance.
So here's the thing.
Hakeem McClellan, his background is compliance. Like they big on compliance. So
now here's the thing. Mike, what do we talk about? Here's what Jackson State's also good at. They might have guys transfer, but guess what them guys do? Like Shiloh graduated from Jackson State. You know what, Mike? When you graduate and transfer, you don't lose any points.
Facts.
So you basically don't get any points lost. So as long as your guys, so Jackson State have guys that, hey, once they transfer, a lot of them guys are already graduates. So that's the way you're going to do it. Now, Mike, here's the flip side of it. If you do want to get transfers, and I got a whole breakdown, Mike. If you do want to get transferred, you got to get them grad students.
No, for sure.
Because they've already graduated.
Yep.
You already graduated. So, Mike, here's the thing. So, for when people sit back there and want to sit back and tell me what's wrong with FAMU, bro, you don't know what's wrong with FAMU. So, here's what I'm going to say. Shout out to Madam President. Because you know what, Mike? She got an opportunity to get another win at FAMU. Because she can clean house, Mike.
Clean it out, yeah.
She can clean house. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to show you something that Coach Gray has done. Shout out to Coach Gray. Coach Gray knows what it is. That's my guy. And I'm going to show you what Coach Gray is already. Because Coach Gray knew what he was walking into. And Mike, when I saw this, I thought this was very interesting with Coach Gray. Give me 1 second. I'll pull this up. And this is Coach Quinn Gray. Because, see, sometimes the folks got to be on the focus. You got to start at the bottom, Mike. And I'm going to show you what he's been doing. And this is going to tie into my presentation. How we gonna fix it? How you gonna fix it, Mike? So, Mike, this is what Coach Gray, I noticed what Coach Gray has done. And I saluted him for this because, again, no disrespect to any coach before. I'm just saying what he's doing. Because things will be focused. So, Mike, this is what Coach Gray has been posting about every 2 weeks. Academic players of the week. Guys getting it done in the classroom.
Yeah.
Mike, that's a focus right there.
Yeah.
Also, Coach Gray has already said, I don't want guys that don't want to be FAMU rattlers. That don't understand the tradition and the pride of being a rattler. Shout out to my nephew on my park. That's the first thing I told him. I said, man, don't come down here talking about you do play football. You come down here be at Florida A&M University. And that's what coaches recruiting now. Now, what he also knows, because guess what, Mike, we can't even have spring practice. Now he's got to even be more selective. But you know what's going to happen with Coach Gray? Because, Mike, I'll tell you this. We had this before in 2019. And we had to maneuver and everything. Yeah, but 4 years later, Mike, we won the HBCU National Championship. So it's like it can't be done. It's not like it can't be done. But, Mike, the whole thing, and what the biggest problem is when people are yeeking and all that, man, listen, man, you need to see this is a HBCU issue because, again, the number we can lose less people and get hit harder. Again, Mike, you said 10 people. That don't seem like a lot. I don't think that's a lot.
It's a lot when you only got 63 scholarship.
That's a lot when you only got 63 scholarships. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll shout out PV. Shout out PV. Now, when somebody asked me, because, T-Jack had a lot of transfer when the PV people asked me that. And I said, we don't know because his won't even be reported almost 2 years from now.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I'm going to give PV a shout out. Oh, hold on. Call PV. You see, man, we big up folks around here, man, on Sippin on Sundays. And this is PV and what they've done the last 4 years. SWAC champions. Shout out to SWAC champions. And this is a prayer review. Let me make it big for the folks in the back so they can really see it. So PV. Shout out to Bubba McDowell. Bubba had the boy going to school, Mike.
Yeah, he did. He turned it around. He got it back.
951, 958, 9:30. They was at a 9:10, 2019. That must have been. So that was before COVID. Hey, shout out to the PV. Who was y'all coach then? But clearly that's when they hired. They would have had to hire. Well, no, he came after COVID. My boy that went down from Grambling, but they had a level 1 penalty just 2018, 2019. But they turned it around, and now they rolling. I know T. Jack knows about that. So that's the thing. I have confidence. Now T. Jack brought in a lot of people down, Mike. What I'm scared about, and what I hope, is that, remember when we talked about that 10? Is that he doesn't get bit because he had to build a culture to be a champion. And just because of the numbers, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because of the numbers, because be clear, we're not saying those kids are not graduating. You lose a point by them just leaving. But if you build a team, Mike, you got to get rid of some of these guys.
You sure do. You got to start from scratch.
What can you do? And this is, to me, once again, what's not fair about this whole thing. I'm a coach. I come in, and what if we do have guys, for whatever reason, on the previous regime, didn't take academics seriously? I'm a guy that does. Quinn Gray, T.C. Taylor, Eddie Robinson, Tremaine Jackson. I take it serious. I got to be penalized because the guy before me didn't take care of it.
Facts.
I understand there are, issues that you have to deal with. But Mike, this ain't right. This ain't right. This is my thing. Yeah. And yeah, it is an average over 4 years. And these are the last 4 years. This is what they're counting. This is the last 4 years for everybody. So it's a rolling average. But the problem is you can get an APR hell because the problem now, Mike, when you sitting out here at the 910s, the 920s, whatever, bro, you're going to have like 990s 3 years in a row.
In a row, just to pull it back up. Yeah.
Just to pull it back up. And that means you got to keep kids. So that's why you got to be very selective, like I say. So I will give T.C. Taylor a lot of credit. When he goes get guys from Jack State, clearly they want to be at Jack State.
Yeah, them guys want to be Tigers.
They want to be Tigers. They know what it means. Shout out to Eddie Robinson. He's getting guys that want to be Hornets because Eddie Robinson was an academic All-American.
Yep.
Don't get it twisted. Academics first for that cat, man. So, Mike, people say, man, what can we do? Well, Mike, you know what? I got a plan, Mike.
What you got?
Mike, we just ain't gonna talk bad. See, other folks on the other podcast, all they want to do is just talk bad about folks and he and laugh. Crook get to go around and everybody chat, talking about APR hell, all that. Shout out to Crook. Crook, I'm gonna give you love over here because you my guy. But Mike, I got a little something for the folks, Mike. Let me pull up. But I came prepared. Where we at? Where we at? Give me 1 second there, Mike, while we're pulling this up, because I came prepared. Yeah, I want to make sure I got the right one. There we go. All right, let me close these out. Now, Mike, I got a quick fix, and then I got a long-term fix. We're going to show the folks. We're going to help them out. We're going to show the folks how they get this thing right real quick. Then we're going to talk about that. Hold on 1 second here. All right, here we go. So, Mike, I did a little homework on this, Mike. Folks be proud of me. So this is the quick fix. Fastest ways to rate the APR 1 year. Mike, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Let me make it a little bit bigger. Mike, first thing when we talked about, you got to keep these athletes. You got to sit down these guys and say, hey, listen, you're here, especially the guys that are moving forward. Stay here and build with me. That's the first thing, Mike. Academically eligible athletes enrolled, avoid mid-tier departures, use XMV to catch issues early. Mike, here's the most important thing I thought out of all this. Prioritize borderline athletes. Mike, it ain't like we don't know who failed in them classes, Mike.
Facts.
It ain't like we don't know who ain't going to class. So, Mike, we got to have somebody that's monitoring that. I know Jack State do because I remember on Deion's little. Remember when Deion you had his reality series? Yeah, that lady. Remember that? Them jokers weren't going to class. Deion had a list every day when jokers didn't show up. Gotta have that. You got to track your students. You gotta know. So the guys that we know that are already susceptible to be in trouble, you got to get them extra help.
Yeah, you got to get ahead of it.
Mandatory tutoring, academic check-ins, progress toward degree. That was the one thing that happened with Isaiah Land. When Isaiah Land, he was, man, and this is what I'm talking about institutions. This ain't had nothing to do with Willie. He was taking class that wasn't even putting him forward towards graduation.
Now that's crazy. That's insane.
How's that Willie Simmons' fault?
That's insane.
That ain't Willie Simmons' fault.
That's insane.
That isn't. The man said I was taking classes that I had. They just told me to take a class. That's what he said. So this is the thing about it. You got to work hand in hand. And here is the biggest thing for FAMU. Now, Mike, I'm gonna say this. A lot of schools, and this is the thing that we did not do. And shout out to AD Suggs because she did put this in place. And I know I'm pretty sure AD Davis gonna keep it going. And shout out to President Johnson. Because, Mike, the biggest thing right here, you want me to tell you to keep cats eligible? And I know this for the fact because the University of Miami did this. Because when I used to be an agent, Mike, University of Miami made every guy go to summer school. You know why? Because summer school was where you could take them easy classes, where you only have you only take like 3 classes, 2 classes. You take the hard class in the summer. There's only 2 classes, and I can get you A.
Yep.
And guess what FAMU gonna do? Now they got money because we didn't have money, man. Listen, they would go on these shows and stuff. Man, we didn't have money to even go to summer school. That was crazy. So guess what? Use summer school strategically. Restore eligibility, fix progress toward degrees, and recover lost points. So if you got a guy that ain't do what you're supposed to, guess what? It's summer school. But Mike, guess what also happens in summer school? He working out.
Yep.
He getting big and strong.
You can get him a 4.0 in summer school.
Listen, he's working out his position coach. He's working out with his
He's
position player.
coach.
So all the time, hey man, championships are won in the summer. Championships are won in the summer. So now you got to go down here and avoid roster cuff and ineligible athletes. I don't know how you can really avoid this right here, Mike. I don't know, really. I really don't know. Because if you guys got, especially you coming in and the guys weren't doing anything, and and like with Cozy crew, maybe those guys say, you know what, hey man, I don't know who's gonna be next coach, man. I ain't thinking about no school, bro. Or they jump in the portal, right, Mike? Because mind you, if you jump in that portal and they'll go back to school, you're not moving forward academically.
You're not.
Because you can be in school and be in the portal. Some of these guys be like, man, I'm just gonna go home because somebody gonna pick me up in the portal. I'm getting a big NIL deal, Mike. Somebody give me 50,000, even though I only had 2 catches for 2 yards. I never played, but I'm a better player. So let me go and jump in this portal. And then what you see like here, which is very important, and this was the thing that I think hurt Cozy a lot. He got in that portal, and what he said, because I was like, Coach, we got these high school players in Florida that want to come to Florida A&M. Man, I got to get these guys. I got to get these guys in the portal because you guys want us to win now. I think you can win with both. Let me ask you a question, Mike. Is Jared Lockhart, did he come in as a freshman?
Yep.
He's still there, ain't he?
Yep.
He's still there.
Yep. And brought his brother along. And his brother will stay there.
I'm just saying. I can start naming guys that are freshmen that are sophomores and juniors still at their school, Mike.
Yep.
But he just made me think about it because he's a big-time player. And he going to be there now. Guess what? We don't know what happened. Maybe, he'll, I hope he stays for 4 years. But more likely than not, he probably will. Or, remember, Mike, if he graduated, it don't matter. And that's what Jack Davis been doing. So guess what? He's going to summer school. So, Mike, so I give you an example. Let's just say this scenario, right? He go 3 years. He SWAC player of the year, right? But guess what? He would have went to summer school. I'm pretty sure he going to summer school a year. He would have graduated that 3rd year. So,
exactly.
So when he go in the portal and go play for Mississippi State,
it don't hurt.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem, Mike. So that's the thing about it. When you get these kids that want to be there at your school, freshman, sophomore, junior, most of them guys are going to be right there close to graduation. Most of those guys, and anybody, I'm going to say this. I understand a lot of guys transfer, but again, this goes back to getting guys that want to be Rattlers, Tigers, Panthers, Jaguars, or could somebody say, man, I just got a scholarship to Southern, I'm just going to go there. You shouldn't want them guys. Because those guys are going to leave, trust me, Mike. Because there's no tie to the school. There's no tie. And they'll be there.
And,
So
and,
this
if, and Mr. Campbell, if you're gonna do that, get guys that graduated
listen,
that already graduated.
and see, and that's what I'm saying is fool's gold. You be seeing it go, oh, he played at Florida State, he played at Georgia, he played, but that boy can't play, and he ain't about to graduate. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So this is the thing. So, Mike, how can we fix this, Mike? So you know what? Mike, I'm a man of the people. I'm a rattler at heart. Shout out to Florida A&M University. I mean, when I didn't have $1, they gave me $1. So Mike, I got a little something, little flow chart here to show these folks how to get this done. And we gonna get this thing rolling. Like, I got times and dates. Give me 1 second, Mike. I'll pull this up. I think this should be it. There we go. All right, Mike. So this is Coach Campbell's flow chart, but I'm just gonna say this. Let me say this. I want to be very clear. Angela Suggs, President Johnson, AD Davis, Mike Smith. I'm pretty sure I don't need to send this to them. I know they're working on that. But if you need it, your boy got it for you, Mike. I done did the hard work, Mike. I done did the hard work for you, Coach Gray. I got y'all covered because I know y'all over there working hard. So, Mike, here we go. Your boy got it. See, Mike, you see right there? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We'll open that back up. There we go. APR improvement process flow chart. You see that, Mike?
Mr. Campbell, you doing somebody else's job.
Come on, man. Look, Mike. This is how rather strike. Mike. Scotty think he got grabbed, but I got it all, Mike. Sipping on Sunday, Mike. Mike, we from Mississippi, Mike. Mike, we don't beg. We don't beg nobody to do no work. We do it ourselves. Mike, you see that? Got that orange and green right there?
Yeah.
Prepare for the FAMU leadership and athletics staff. Confidential, Mike. But I'm gonna share this with y'all. This is confidential. So, Mike, hey, Mike. So, what triggered this, Mike? APR fall below 930. NCAA issues level 2 penalties for 2026 postseason competition, man. We can't go to Celebration Bowl, can't go to the playoff.
Y'all weren't doing that no way, Mr.
Well, see, Mike, I'm just gonna tell you dirty little thing. I'm just gonna say it like this. Coach first year is his building year anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'm not worried about now, again. But we're gonna talk about that though. But coach's first year. But Mike, so we got to talk about what you always got to, as the doctor say, you got to identify the root cause what the problem is, Mike. So, Mike, I had to assess the situation. What caused this? Review 4-year rolling average, isolate each academic year's contribution, identify specific eligibility points, academically ineligible, and retention point loss. So we had kids both that were academically eligible, and then also kids leaving.
That's the double whammy.
That's the double whammy. That's why we got them 899s and 901s and stuff like that. So, Mike, then what we got to do, we got to figure out who lost the points, when, and why. And then we got to know what is this a pattern? Well, see, Mike, we know what the pattern is because I just told you. I just showed you over 20 years, right? Coaches leaving, people leaving, kids not matriculating, and then you got a 20-year problem. But that's okay. So, Mike, listen, I even got the people that we need to have on the team, Mike, because these are home run hitters. Dr. Randolph, institutional oversight, NCAA liaison. Brittany Johnson, senior associate AD. We got to get a compliance officer. Mike, we ain't got that. See, that's one of the things. We got to get a compliance officer. Believe we don't have it. Coach Quinn Gray.
You got to have one. You got to have one.
Now, I want to be clear. We could be having this, but I didn't see it. So, again. But one of the things that I know that we talked about is that we had 5 positions that weren't filled that were basically these positions, okay? So I want to be clear. So we do have a registrar and all this stuff like that. But we're talking about specifically for athletics, Mike. Specifically for athletics. Now, we're going to document them root causes. But this is our step. We're going to put them corrective action and timeline. Now, Mike, this timeline, Mike. Okay, Mike, I got it fixed, Mike. I got a timeline. Mike. It's Mr. Campbell. Mike, we're going to start off in the summer, Mike. And I'm going to give you color coders, Mike. We got green on track, yellow at risk, and red. Now, Mike, we're already in the red. So immediately, we're already in the red. But we about to get the green because we orange and green, Mike. We rattlers. Mike, hire and train academic staff. Because that's the first thing we got to do. And the president already said, and I read the press release. What did she say? She said it was an institutional issue that we're going to deal with at the institutional level. Did she not say that, Mike, in the press release? Shout out to Marvin Johnson. Taking the bull by the horn. Said, we going to deal with this. So this is this is Marvin. Marvin said, I'm going to handle this right here. Dedicated football academic coordinator, expanded subject-specific tutoring, and faculty communication to make sure that we talking to the team. Hey, man, Steve Cameron didn't come to class?
Yeah, facts. You get facts.
Well, I need that in a text message.
Somebody the teacher can call. He didn't come to class today. What's going on?
Immediately, Mike, if not sooner. Mike, next thing we got to do, we got to get that technology right, Mike. We can't sit up there and wonder if Steve Campbell did show. We got to know the Steve Campbell did show.
Yes.
I got to know. Wait a minute, wait. So let me get this right. Steve done failed the quiz. He done failed the midterm. And he got to pass the final and 2 tests to be eligible. Mike, I got to know that immediately. So we got to have that. We got to have that study center right. Academic tracker software to deploy, Mike. We got to have it. See, Mike, listen, this is Florida, ain't it, Mike? We the number one public. Mike, you gonna tell me we can't do this? Number one public HBCU, baby. We can do it. So, Mike, now, Mike, this is all, Mike, what I say, this is all in the summer, right? It's all in the summer. Now I broke it down, Mike. So I'm getting us on the right track, Mike. All in the summer. Now, Mike, you see that color starting to change a little bit right here?
Yeah.
Mike, starting in the fall. Mike, we got phase 3. Mike, we're going to do 3 days, Mike. Monday, we're going to make sure, after the week is, Coach Gray going to get his own attendance review and assignment data. You know what? Did Steve go to class all 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Absolutely did, Coach. Oh, guess what? If he didn't, guess what? I'm running them hills. I'm running them stadium steps, Mike. I need to know what you expect out of this. Because you were here at Florida A&M. You were here to win championships and graduate. One of them 2 ain't going to happen. But I brought you here, but you know what? I ain't going to throw you to the cold, Mike. So, Mike, we gonna work, Mike. Some people struggle. You know what I'm saying? Some people struggle. So, Mike, that's what we're going to do on Mondays. Now, Mike, on Wednesday, now for my mom, but I don't know if you heard, fam, sometimes we recruit them knuckleheads. Sometimes you need them knuckleheads to win, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes you need them gold teeth and dreads. Sometimes you need them, Mike. Now, so, Mike, they might be our at-risk students. You know what I'm saying? From the muck. On the pork and beans.
Yeah, they just need a little extra. They just need a little extra attention.
Yeah, a little extra. So, Mike, on Wednesday, we're going to make sure that you meet with the academic coordinator on Wednesday. That's the football academic coordinator. And, Mike, Friday, because we got to make sure we good. We're going to have that staff report to the coach staff. So, coach can have that. Because, we might have to, Mike, because listen here, Mike Reed. Now, listen, you doing all right. But I might have to sit you down for a game. Because, Mike, you got to say, you got to get me focused.
There you go.
Mike, I might have to sit you down. For the good of Mike, what y'all say? Good of the order? For the good of the order?
They'll get the memo then, Mr. Kelly.
Get the memo in. So, Mike. So then, all right, now, Mike, we now, okay. Is the student athlete red or yellow? If it's red, Mike, we got to go to the protocols 3, 1, 2. See, Mike, see, I got these steps, Mike. The protocol. Now, Mike, if it's not Mike, we good. We just keep going. Now, Mike, but Mike, this gonna be a hard lift. So, Mike, we got to go to protocol 3.2. Like we in the military. Step 3.2. So, Mike, we're gonna have mandatory tutoring 4 hours a week minimum. We're gonna have weekly advisor check-in, like document. Mike, we ain't gonna be doing nothing this family fooling, like when when we had that 237 and nobody knew where the money was at, Mike. Remember that? Mm-hmm. We didn't know where the money was at. We thought the money was at. No, we document over here, Mike. Coach Quinn, great, document everything. Marvin, we document everything. JD, we document everything. That's what we doing, Mike. Then, Mike, if we still in the red, we doing daily mandatory study hall. Man, listen, you can't, but listen, ain't no need you worrying about that practice field, bro. I need you getting them books. And then we got to have that talk. We got to sit down with the athletic director. We got to call your mama. Because your mama wants you to graduate. Ain't that right, Mike?
Yeah, for sure.
Say,
that's why she sent you there. That's the reason why she sent you there.
Thank you. Mama sent you there for this, Mike. Mama sent you there, Mike. So we got to get that. So, Mike, once again, we're going to say that. Has he reproved? Got to escalate again, Mike. Midterm go ahead that great. See, Mike,
the midterm gonna let you know. The midterm gonna let you know.
See, Mike, we ain't gonna see what we're not gonna do, Mike. We're not gonna be caught off guard. Mike, we not gonna be caught off guard. Because see, last time, you know what I hear? Well, I didn't even, we heard the president. I didn't even know it was this. What you mean you didn't know? We're gonna know. Marvin Johnson gonna know. AD Davis gonna know. Coach Gray gonna know. And we gonna talk about it. Guess what? We gonna know. Because that goes back to what I said. Because you know what, Mike? You know what I know? What did I show you? Did not Coach Gray already have academic all-stars for the week?
Yep.
I showed you. So clearly, Coach is tracking these grades. So Coach, hey man, shout out to Coach Gray. Shout out to his whole staff. They understand what we're talking about here. So guess what? We're gonna have that. And then we're gonna make sure, you know what? Because let me tell you this, man. We got a lot of people that watch this show that are professors. The professors want you to be successful, Mike. Mike, didn't you have a professor up there battle, Mike, when you was pledging? And he's like, Mike, I know you're pledging. Now, Mike, you might have been a student. I don't know. I'm just saying. But you know when you play, you know, they look good. Did you have that one professor say, Mike, now I know you pledging. I need you to make sure you turn that work.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have that. Got to have
that, didn't you, Mike? Every HBCU got that professor. We going to work with you, Mike. Professor Campbell going to work with you. When you play football, come here, son. Now, listen. I know you've been struggling. I'm going to give you this extra credit.
Exactly. Going to give you some little extra work to do.
Give you extra credit. I'm going to talk to your coach. And I'm gonna get a coach a plan to get your grades up, get your grades right. That's what we're gonna do at Florida A&M, Mike. And then we're gonna look at that end of the term APL calculation. Because see, what we're not gonna have is the NCAA. Well, we got to beg the white man for a waiver.
No.
See, on my plan, we don't beg for no waiver because we gonna fix it, Mike. We gonna fix it. We ain't begging for no waiver. Somebody did. Yeah, here we go. We getting on down here. Can we get to this 950? So, Mike, we still working. Gotta identify, hey man, what about a guy? You know, he kind of shaking, Mike. Well, you know, man, I ain't playing my dog, you know what I'm saying? You know, he might get on Instagram saying, man, your boy ain't looking good. Oh, wait, hold on, I need to talk to you. What's going on, bro? Because remember, Mike, we gotta play the game two ways. We gotta keep you. You can't leave right now. I gotta make you feel good, Mike. So I just can't let you leave. Because I'm gonna still be in the APR hell if I keep letting y'all guys cycle out of here, right? So now I gotta turn that down. Then again, I'm going to tell that kid, hey, man, listen, you're here to get a degree. You're here to play football. NFL is great. But if you get a degree from Florida A&M, man, shout out to Dr. Hall. She's doing all this. You can go anywhere with your degree from HBCU. And then talk about the transfer. Now, Mike, pathway. Hey, man, we got to make sure. Now, what do we have with Isaiah Lane? He wasn't on no pathway to graduate, was he, Mike?
No.
We got step 4.2, Mike. We got degree pathway. Individual academic roadmap. Summer course. What we talking about that summer that, Mike. We talked about that summer. That was a big deal. And we tracking, Mike. Man, that's the thing about Mike. We tracking everything. And then we get on down here, Mike. Phase 5. And this is every spring now. Now we checking the calculations. We present it because we don't want the president be embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? We don't want crook be all on other people's channels and other people he and hi FAMU that did this again. We ain't having that no more. We coming out there, because Marvin Johnson this time next year going to say, we on the path to success with Coach Gray. We sitting at a 980. That's what she going to say next year. And we're going to document it. So then, Mike, here we go. Did we get over the 930? Postseason eligibility restored, Mike. If not, we just got to go back to the plan, Mike. I got the plan. Got the target. So because our target might always should be 950.
Yeah, you got the plan, Mr. Kelvin.
We always should be 950, Mike. We should always be 950 and above for football and basketball. Because, hey, shout out to the girls. Man, girls be carrying that weight, man. Girls, you ain't never got the problem with the girls. Baseball team, golf, tennis, you know what I'm saying?
Now that you notice that, Mr. Kelvin, you're right. It's never an issue with the other sports.
No. Girls be holding it down. Girl, listen, so I'm going to tell you what happens, Mike. This is what happens here, Mike. You'll have, and FAMU did this. You have, because see, I think what people get confused, you have your school APR, right? And then you have the individual sports. Well, FAMU's overall APR is above and very high. FAMU, outstanding APR. Yeah, but then we dig into the basketball and football, though, Mike. Dig that basketball, football.
Yeah.
But football, I don't know about basketball because I ain't look it up, so I'm not going to say about basketball. We're going to talk about football. So, Mike, our target outcome is 930. So, Mike, listen, I got the timeline. Mike, listen. I got phase 0, which is starting right now because we know about it. Phase 1, April to May. Phase 2, infrastructure. Phase 3, and Mike, we already on it. So, Mike, we got the metrics. We already know we know. And man, listen, and we got the accountability structure, baby. We listen, Mike. Did your boy lay it out, Mike?
Mr. Campbell, you just did somebody that compliance off his job.
Mike? Ain't no Mike. I can throw. Ain't no shade. No more shade, Mike. Come on, man. Don't
You
play
laid
around.
out
I'm not gonna
everything.
have people doing their little shows talking about family. So that's what I try to tell you. See, I know what the APR is. See, I know how to break it down, Mike. I know how to see all the other people don't even know how to calculate it, Mike. They didn't know how to calculate it. They didn't even know how to. They did not know how easy it is to drop that low. They did not know about the transfer. But Mike, we educate folks on Sippin on Sundays on the Off Script channel, on the Rocky Mill channel. So you know what? Rocky's sitting in the back, Mike. We're gonna see what Mikey got to say. And then guess what, guys? We're gonna open it up to y'all. Cause I want to see what y'all got to say. I want y'all to see that Mr. Campbell, Professor Campbell, the APR investigator. I want y'all to tell me how y'all think I did with my presentation to help Florida A&M. You know, I want y'all to, tell me. So Rocky Miller. Oh, wait, maybe. He's doing well. Okay, well, maybe he ain't ready. Oh, let's remove him. Okay, I thought he was ready. So listen, man. So what? So Mike, did your boy do work on that, Mike?
Somebody from Tallahassee need to be calling you bright and early in the morning.
Mike, listen. Mike, I'm gonna tell you something. We can go another 3, Mike. Cause listen, I ain't even finished, Mike. I got flow chart. I got presentations. I got talking points, Mike. Mike.
But they let you know, Mr. Campbell, if you are able to sit down and do it, like how long it take you to do that?
Maybe about 2 hours.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the compliance department need to be doing that, Mr. Campbell. If it only took you 2 hours to do it.
Mike, I'm just saying, Mike. Let me see. He's still talking. I don't know. He might be arguing with his wife. But Mike, I'm gonna show one thing. So we waiting on Rocky. Since I'm gonna bring this up here, Mike, because this is pretty good here too, Mike. Let me break this down. Them folks, see, they thought Scott was the one had them slides, Mike. They didn't know your boy coming his own slide there, Mike. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, Mike, can you see that?
Yeah.
So I got an executive summary for the got my executive. So root causes, framework, timeline. Well, Mike, I got to give you, you always got to give a little quote here. This is not a corrective plan. This is a championship standard. FAMU Athletics is committing to exceeding the NCAA benchmark and setting a new standard for HBCU academic. See, Mike, I give you a tagline, Mike. Give me a hashtag, Mike. Something you can hashtag. Come on, man. So listen here. Shout out to Rocky Mill, HBCU.
All right.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Mike, man? I've been listening to a lot of this propaganda. Ain't no problem. No. Let me start out by saying this, Mr. Campbell. I think your action plan would be sensational had you guys been in a probationary status, right? But you guys have already been sanctioned. Am I correct in saying that?
Right, but you got to rock it. But that's the whole point. It's a rolling 4-year average.
No. What I'm saying is, for the number one HBCU, right? The number one HBCU on this planet, Earth.
Correct.
This is what is it? $1 late and what is it, baby?
$1 late a day show.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, now, Rocky. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I ain't gonna let you do that because I'm gonna show you something. Cause see what you do. I'm gonna show you something. See, it's always people like you, the Debbie Doubters that always think the world can't change.
Campbell, I'm only assessing. Like I say, I came on here to initially compliment you on your well thought out action plan, right? And I think you guys have a pathway to success. However, for the number one HBCU on planet Earth, right? Is this what did you say, baby? $1? What is that called?
Well, see, no. See, you're making an argument that ain't an argument, bro. So listen. Are we embarrassed? Absolutely. What they got to do with anything?
No. I'm going somewhere with it, Mr. Campbell. I'm
gonna let you go. Hey, look, Mike. I'm about to do Kanye on here. I'm gonna let you go first. But I'm gonna have to take that mic from you in a second. I'm gonna let you go. I'm about to go Kanye on him, Mike.
you know, you've given me a tremendous education. The 3-4 years we've been knowing each other, and then the 2 years we've been working together on the podcast, you've given me a world class.
And I consider you a friend, Rocky. No matter how much you about to disrespect FAMU right now, you still.
No, hey, this is not. Hey, come on now. I want to be always welcome in Tallahassee, so I'm not gonna do it. There's not gonna be any slander here. There may be some pointing out some points that I believe Mike probably was, being your homeboy, probably overlooked. In this situation, I'll say this. Mike, let me ask you this. In your opinion, would you be happy with one championship by Jackson State and then going on APR probation 4 years later or 2 years later?
Ooh, that's tough, Rocky.
Is one championship worth an APR failure?
No.
Right?
What?
What's
No.
the point?
No.
My point is, okay, so Steve, I'm gonna ask you, if you had to lay the blame at not a person, right, but maybe a process or even a title, where would you lay the blame of this particular circumstance? Because we have a person that we've done, that we do a show with every day, that he had to fall on his sword because of compliance issues as the head coach, right? He fell on them and has paid the penalty for the better part of the last 15 years because of lack of compliance and other things.
No, all right, so I'm gonna answer this.
Okay,
I answered this because that's the reason why I gave historical data. Mike, what did I do? What did I show you, Mike? And I said we're not gonna blame one individual thinker. What did I say? Over 20 years. What is this? What did I say on this early in the show?
On which one?
When I said
this ain't on. This is
the institution.
Yeah,
and the precedence of lack of focus.
So is this in keeping with the brand of the number one HBCU on earth?
Oh, absolutely not. That's the whole, Mike, Rocky. That's the whole point. Two things can be true. I'll give you an example, right? University of Alabama. Ain't great school, but you would consider University of Alabama to have more money than FAMU, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what University of Alabama's ranking is in that USL News and World Reports?
I would imagine it's not even a top 100 university.
It's 169.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
you know what FAMU is? So I could say the same thing. So why Alabama ain't got they itch together to be a top 100? You see how that works?
Well,
see,
okay, so
wait. You can have one thing right one way, but you can have one thing wrong the other way. So my thing is, so wait a minute. So what I'm saying to you is, if you got, and which is why we brought it out, and I'm gonna say shout out to Marva Johnson. That's why she said we're gonna deal with this from the institution at the top. At the top, because Dr. Robinson, listen, Dr. Robinson was a researcher, and I'm talking about big time researcher. His only focus was R1, period. And FAMU is going to be right there. The next group of ones going to be R1 as he was rolling. Sports, what is that to him? So you got to be like Coach Cole. You have to be aligned automatically. Now I'm talking about for schools because I'm about to show you something because let's be clear on something. I want to show you something real quick, Rocky, because this ain't something that where people don't recover from this. So I'm gonna show you this real quick. Give me one second. No, there we go. And can you see this?
Yeah.
Now this is A&T before there. You see this? All these penalties, championship man, out of season. You see all this? You see this? Now this is A&T just 15 years ago. Right before they start their championship run in the Celebration Bowl. You see this? So you gonna tell me this can't get fixed? A&T, the number 2 public HBCU, they had a problem. But look now. Look, and I'm giving listen. Oh, but now, hold on.
Hey.
No. Because the thing, hold on. Why is this not? No. Why is academic year not doing right?
No,
you know what? No. I know what I did. Hold on. I didn't do football. That's why the problem is. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Yeah, hold on. And that was football. Because that was, yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see? Look at this. Look at this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4 years, right? Look at this. You see all this? All the way 2012, 2013. But guess what? A&T got their ish right because they put the people in place. And I don't know who my A&T people in, they'll tell you what they did to fix it. So how you gonna tell me this can't be fixed? How you gonna tell me this can't be fixed?
No.
Wait a minute. This wasn't 30 years ago. They had an issue, and listen, baby, listen, you see all them years that they was jacked up? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So this can be fixed. And the reason why you can fix it, Rocky, is because you got to be able to put a focus on. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll show you this. And shout out. And I saw Paris in the chat. My Jack State people, they know. Show y'all something. Hold on one second. You see this, Rocky? Can you see this?
Yeah. But if we can just talk about FAMU for a moment, though.
Well, no, I'm just showing you the Jack State was in the same thing. Jack State rolling now. All that during that era. Look at this. Championship band, player reduction, scholarship reduction, public notice, all that. So you're not going to tell me teams that I just showed you that have won championships in the Celebration Bowl era that this can't be fixed.
No, Steve, I don't doubt that it can be fixed. And matter of fact, you guys, I guess briefly fixed it after your penalty in 2019, correct?
No, we did not. That's the problem. We didn't.
So y'all didn't fix it after 2019. How were y'all able to compete for championships?
Because we filed a waiver. We filed a waiver, and that's what it was. So we'll show. Hey man, listen, man. We FAMU, baby. We show what we do. Let's pull it up. Because you might have not came in there. Because that's why I was making this point that people around here trying to find somebody to blame in these last 4 or 5 years. Like, bro, you ain't about to do all that. Let me see. I think this is it. This is the one. This is the FAMU one. This is FAMU, right? Let me see. This is the FAMU. Yep. Okay. So look. So, okay. Wait a minute. I probably didn't do sports again. Hold on one second.
Probably did all.
Yep. Give me 1 second. And see, Rocky, what I did, which was important, I broke down. I showed each coach passing on the next coach the APR issue. I went all the way back 20 years. So when Willie got it, guess what? So Willie got here, I think 2017, 2018, I think, yeah, because 2 years. I think it was 2 years. We went 6 and 5, then we went to 9. This is COVID, and then Willie's 2 years right here, and then this is the first year with Cozy. So again, we've had these issues, but again, these issues before Willie got here, this is Alex Wood era. So Willie was already in the hole, and guess what happens, Rocky? When Willie, you don't think Willie, I don't know if you heard it, me and Mike talked about this. We got 63 scholarships. You don't think Willie got rid of 10 guys? So just by getting rid of 10 guys that are eligible, you already under. That's why it takes a 2-tier thing, and that's why it takes what President Johnson is going to do, what Coach Gray is going to do, what AD Dave is going to do, what Angela Suggs is going to do. And I'm going to tell you this for the players that have pride, because the players don't want to sit up there and be, have a good team and not be able to play in the Celebration Bowl. We saw that happen because FAMU people know this, and the people joke about this. We beat A&T's ass that last year, but we did our bowl ban. But we won the MEAC, but we was ineligible. A&T won it. We would have won the Celebration Bowl that year. So that's the thing. Shout out to Israel. Shout out, man. Hey, there's no one frat brother right there. Shout out to Israel, man. Jackson sipping on Sundays, man. Just a quick reset, man. It's Mr. Campbell. It's your boy, Mike Reed. Got Rocky in the house. It is Sippin on Sunday, and we are talking about the big story, FAMU APR. But Mr. Campbell brings results, and Rocky trying to put a hole in it, but he can't.
No.
But he can't.
Mr. Campbell, I'm not trying to put a hole. What I'm trying to understand is how the illustrious FAMU ends up in this situation, considering that all the excellence that orbits the FAMU ecosystem and how they set back. And as you said, this was an institutional issue. How locked in the alumni is with everything that's going on campus. I don't see how this is the one thing that slipped through the cracks. Like
No, but it's not no, Rocky. It's not. If I tell you your house, there's a difference between having a hole in your wall and your foundation, an institutional issue with your foundation, right? The foundational issue. Hey, Rocky, man, your foundation is not solid at all. But that hole in the wall I can fix. If the foundation is not solid, and that's what we see, this is the thing about it, man. Sometimes you got to acknowledge what it is. And that's the only way you're going to fix it. That's the only way. So ain't nobody run. Because again, we ain't don't see Rocky, you gotta understand something. And I like people was laughing at he. We ain't the only one about to get postseason banned. We just announced ours. Alabama A&M, Bethune, Valley. I mean, Eddie Robb pulled his up, but they was trending the wrong direction.
You saying Bethune maybe end up in the same situation?
Oh, 100%. They're lower than us. They're lower than us. They in the 8, bro. Bethune is, listen, you see us? We went 901. Hold on. Let me check.
Hey, Mike, is this playing that does is what Mr. Campbell doing right now?
No, this is just no. What this is that let me pull this back out again. It was a whole lot of shade that was being thrown at my university. And by people that don't know what they're talking about. So I had to pull out the umbrella to let people know that it's raining on your side of the house too. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Don't be around here thinking it's only FAMU. And we gave credit to the Jackson States, the Grambling, the Southerns. We're gonna give them folks credit because they doing, but some of y'all folks just need to sit in the corner and be quiet.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Campbell. If a team loses to y'all in the conference, does that loss count?
Yes.
Okay.
It does count. Yep, it counts.
Rocky, they weren't going no postseason game anyway. So really,
no. Well, see, what's interesting is when you have a team that's competing that ultimately, can't go. Does it make the game irrelevant?
No, absolutely not. Because you can play spoiler. Because listen, because here's what I can tell you right now. And I'll say this, and I don't, because first of all, the team we had is what we got going into the fall anyway. You see what I'm saying? The issue is going to be next year, right? What we got. I'm telling you right now, with Coach Quinn Gray, the 3 games that we lost, we not lose just because he knows how to coach. I can put money on that. That I can tell you. Now, will we beat Jackson State? Jackson State's going to be favored, playing on homecoming. Will we beat Alabama State? They'll probably be favored. They got Andrew Bach coming. But everybody else, we got a better team. We got probably the second best quarterback in the SWAC now.
Mr. Campbell, y'all gonna beat Valley?
Bro, listen, putting 70 on y'all. Listen.
Rocky, they gonna beat Valley. Valley own them right now.
Let me explain something to you. I want y'all to know who Quinn Gray is. FAMU Hall of Famer, MEAC Hall of Famer. If you think Quinn Gray is going to let Mississippi Valley beat him, Quinn Gray will put on a dog on him before he let that happen.
Mike, a quick note. Since I've been paying attention to the SWAC, since I've been covering the SWAC, Mike, only 2 teams have lost twice to Mississippi Valley since I've been watching the SWAC. And one of them is FAMU. And the other is Prairie View. To be honest with you.
I want a big clip.
Blue, clip it.
Well, listen, in the group chat, listen, I don't know which chat you in. If you in them chat with them, hey, listen, because I know it's a certain little group of Jack State folks. They got the one that don't like me. They got their little group chat. See, I got a person over there that my people be telling me what they be saying about me. They can have it in their little group chat. Because they be telling me, hey, Mr. Campbell, I just let you know what they be saying about, but you my boy, so I got to let you know. I appreciate you. You know who you are. So I'm just letting you know, it don't matter. Put it in the group chat. We stand on business. Listen, look, I'm gonna tell you this, man. 3 games was lost, not because of talent, because of coaching. 2 of them games we're playing again.
Hey, Cozy got him a new job. He's no longer at FAMU.
I'm not worried about him.
He delivered y'all a winning season. You know.
Yeah, y'all are. I'm just trying to tell you, not you, because you good people, but yeah, it is. Trust me, what I know. No, y'all listen. The people over here, y'all my folks. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, I got perfect diction. Wait no. Hear me when I say this. 70 on Mississippi Valley.
Well, no, Mr. Kelvin. Hey.
Listen, man. Coach Quinn Gray, bro. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Coach Gray. When you already telling bros, you ain't coming in with no slides, no Crocs, no flip-flops, no mismatched shoes. When you come in this field house, we about business. You about to practice over there on that hill because you're not coming in this stadium. When you got your freshman quarterback already being the most improved because you around here working these quarterbacks, bro, we ain't playing around, man. So listen, I done put it out there. We about to drop the link in the chat now and let y'all come on and see what y'all say about Mr. Campbell's presentation. You know, you can tear it down, you can tear it up, it don't matter. But we want you to come because we the people show, Mike. We the people show. You know what I'm saying? Right? You gotta help me get that phone line up on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll show you how I help you out with it.
Yeah. So listen, you want to come on here, jump on the stream, y'all. Hey, listen, keeping up, fam. You can't come on unless you only gonna do 30 seconds. We're not doing a lot. We want some new people. If you got something to say.
Well, Mr. Campbell, I was trying to get through my conversation about FAMU, my statement about FAMU, right?
Go ahead.
I hold FAMU in the highest esteem based on the fact that I got a tremendous tour of FAMU along with many esteemed alumni, and just got a bird's eye view of what FAMU means to the people who have went to FAMU, graduated from FAMU, from your cousin to your friends, your classmates, whatever. This particular situation is particularly unbecoming from someone from my point of view, is because it's not in keeping with the excellence that I believe the alumni and the institution represents. And this is, and you got to understand, I don't know his history behind it,
right?
But it seems to me that as involved as the alumni is, as esteemed and connected as the alumni is, something went awry, right?
Well, Rocky, I answered it.
No. Listen what I'm saying. Something went awry as it relates to the engagement of the alumni in demanding that this issue be addressed by the institution.
Okay, well, okay, that's okay. I can answer that. And this is what'll happen. And you know, this is the Dion effect, right? So, Mikey, you can understand, Mike, because you went to school, and Mike can understand this. We had a time in HBCU football, it was all about the band, wasn't it, Mike? Wasn't nobody talking about no football. Wasn't nobody doing no shows talking about that. When Dion came in, guess what? People started talking about HBCU football again and started taking it serious. So guess what, Rocky? I can tell you right now, when we were playing Atlanta, nobody even knew what family football record was. You hear what I just said? They didn't even know what the record was. Hey, we got a win record. We wouldn't. When the man, who we going up against? And they would go in the suites, drink, go sit down at the seat, watch the man, then go back in the suite, and had no clue if we won that Atlanta Classic or not.
Wow.
Dion came, people started focusing on football again. And I'm talking about everybody. Everybody. The same thing, Jack State. They were talking about all of a sudden, Jack State a band school. What? Jack State a band school? They was losing. They were still going up to games. But guess what now? Them old Tigers that care about football, they talking football. They ain't talking about no band. And everybody love the boom. But I'm talking about, see, I grew up with people. See, let me tell you something, Rocky. When I grew up in Jackson, we was looking at players that were going to NFL. And we was like, boom, good. And what Jack State going to do against Grambling to finish this game and win this game and win the SWAC? And you knew Jack State record. You knew Grambling, trust me. Or you knew the winning streak against somebody. Southern knew their winning streak. Southern knows. Some people right now will tell you, we broke the streak against Jackson. because they were talking about the football game. Now, Southern Jackson a little bit different because they do have a bad history. But as far as football, we talking football now. So that's the reason why you have a lot of times. Well, a lot of these schools were not focused on athletics because, man, that's when we was really down. The SEC totally took over, you know what I'm saying, and everything. Give Deion credit. Revived it. Now everybody, we doing shows about sports. There you go, Mike. We're doing a show. It was about sports.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate that explanation because that kind of put us in the context as to why people could be disaffected to the point to where they would let something like this happen at a institution like FAMU.
Man, say, well, Smash, if you disagree, Smash, if you disagree and say y'all, everybody care, I ain't got no problem. I'm just telling you, when people was going to FAMU game, when we were playing Tennessee State, nobody knew what the record was. Now, maybe we could get down there at Southern, and you guys were always caring about football. And I'm not saying, but there was a lull, and I will challenge you, because trust me, I'm older than you. I will go number for number if you don't tell me that people now are back talking football. Y'all jokers didn't even know who starting players were in the SWAC. So stop it. Okay, so listen, we got my man, Mr. Sergeant. What's going on, bro? Got a FAMU rally. Hey, what's going on, Larry? So
what's up, Mr. Sergeant?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What do you think about my solution, Mr. Sergeant? What you think?
Okay, so first of all, I got to say a couple of things just right off the bat. I'm just happy to see you three brothers on a Rocky Miller show / off script show on a Monday. It's just so good to see all y'all. So I want to start out with that.
Sunday, but okay.
I'm sorry, my bad. See, that lets you know how late it is. That lets you know I'm tired. I probably need to go to bed. But what I'm trying to say is I'm just happy to see y'all. First of all, it's just good, right? I think since Scotty and all y'all have just kind of broken up, like we broke up the group, I don't even think YouTube's getting the kind of views and kind of patronage they used to get because y'all been gone. So I want to go right at this. This is the biggest embarrassment that I have ever seen and felt in my entire life being a Rattler. Not because of anything that y'all did, and your solution is wonderful, Mr. Campbell, but when you have a problem, when you are in a relationship with someone and it goes bad, and you get in a relationship with another person and it goes bad, and you in a relationship with a third person and it goes bad, the problem might be you. And that's how I feel it is with Florida A&M. We keep having this problem. Or what I would have preferred as I started watching the show is Mr. Campbell come out with that manufacturing sign. A lot of people don't know that in major manufacturing companies, they have a sign that says, we have had 100 days, 200 days, 300 days without any incidents or accidents or injuries, right? That's a standard sign you see in a manufacturing plant. I wanted to see the sign for FAMU that said, we have had 100 days without being in the news, without having any FAMU foolishness or any of that stuff, right? That's how I wanted to start this conversation. And then immediately.
Let me say something, Sergeant. Let me say something. We did go 108 days.
Okay. All right, good.
I have the marker. We did
okay, good. I want to make sure we say something like that, but I think we need to strive to make it a whole year, 300 and something days, right? Here's my big problem with all of this. I felt like we let Cozy off the hook, right? I felt like we had this handled, and then we got Cozy, and then the wheels fell off the wagon, right? I felt a lot of people were.
That's not true. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but see, that's the whole point. Wait a minute, because I don't know when you joined. But see,
understood.
That's why I want to be fair, because you had a lot of people throwing people's names out there. And that's the reason why the APR, remember, is a rolling average. On this average, only 1 year Cozy is on this average. Okay.
But he coached 2 years.
Because Cozy's other year has not even come out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but the 2024, 2025 hasn't come out yet.
Okay.
This is a rolling average. The first year of Cozy, 3 years of Willie.
Got it.
Okay. So that's not going to be a problem. But but this is what I'm saying. That's why you must not be here early.
Yeah.
What people were doing, and I'm saying respectfully, what you're doing, you're taking a step. I went all the way back, and Mike will tell you, back to 5 coaches that each coach handed the other coach below standard APR.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if each coach, so if you start me in the hole, bro, I'll give you an example, right? Me and you working, right? And I be like, hey man, we working on an assembly line, and I ain't did nothing the whole week. and you start on Monday, and I didn't do the 100 widgets I was supposed to do, and you supposed to do 100. Guess what? You got to work double just to get even.
Yeah, just to make up for the ones you didn't make.
Even starting your thing, you got to catch up on what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I totally get it,
and that's why I wanted to break down to show this is not this ain't a because people because see that's what I hate when people do, and they know who they are. They want to use OBG to say, see how y'all treat it. This ain't got nothing to do with OBG. This ain't got nothing. Angela wasn't even here. Ain't got nothing, even to the point with Willie, where people say, oh, this is all on Willie. Well, no, before Willie, the APR was already. He never got the 930. He never got, listen, y'all just relax about the football. My point, the overall point was people care about, we ain't about to get in this. Y'all in the chat.
I understand what you're saying.
People in the chat, they're misunderstanding what I'm saying, because I don't want them to get stick on the point. But my point is, so even with Willie, when he got it, bro, it was like 890. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So remember, for you to even, so those kids had to transfer out because, of course, he want to build his own team, right? And we showed that if you lose 10 guys, you already under. So if you getting rid of 20, 30 guys, bro, you done. Yeah. You already done. That's our last word, and then we bring little baby up.
Listen, the only thing I was going to say is the current AD said that he was not going to be relying on personalities in the athletic department. He was going to put systems in place to make sure things like this doesn't happen. I want to see his system immediately. I mean, before I give another dime, listen, I would rather take my money and give it to the Eddie Jackson 220 quarterback club before I give it to FAMU athletics, because I'm trying to figure out why they aren't graduating our brothers and sisters. Well, particularly football, why they aren't graduating our young men. And I know they are. I see the picture every summer, or excuse me, not every summer, but we have graduation in August, December, and April, right? I see the graduation pictures, and they put out the athletes. I see them walk across stage. I see that. But for our numbers to be so bad, we are the #1 public institution for HBCUs and are climbing the chart to be the #1 public institution, period, among all schools. We can't let this be a drag, an anchor, as we are trying to ascend up that ladder, man. And go ahead, Rock. I don't want to hold you up.
Let me push back a little bit on you, because I think when you say something like that, you're being punitive, right? To the institution and the guys or whatever. Because it would be like me. I'm a proud grandfather, right? And so that would be like me seeing my grandkids need a new pair of shoes and me saying, I'm not gonna get my grandkids a new pair of shoes because their parents should have put new shoes on their feet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm punishing them for a circumstance that largely the people that are currently in charge of improving the situation probably wasn't even here when the situation took place.
No, so, listen, I get it. I'm not trying to castigate.
To withhold your funds is only exacerbating the issue, in my opinion.
No, I get it. I'm not trying to castigate the entire group of them. There has to be a person or persons held accountable for this, Rocky. We can't let this slide. That's all I'm saying.
Rattler Nation.
I'm gonna say this again. That's why, and Larry, hey, so I appreciate you coming on. That's the reason why I'm gonna say this again. President Johnson said in the press release, we about to fix, because at an institutional level, it just came out. It ain't nothing we can do about the past. Only thing, and I showed you schools that are very reputable academic institutions, the Jackson States, the North Carolina A&Ts. I can go, it's a whole bunch of people that I can show you that got it back on track. So all I'm saying is we can't act like we can't get it back on track. Little baby, what is going on? Thank you for joining Sippin on Sundays. What you got?
Greetings and salutations this evening. I just want to just give a little bit of my background. I was a manager at Bath and Body Works, and how they have their stores. There's tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. I was a manager at a tier 1 store. So for tier 1, I had a roster of about 20 people for a regular season, and we would have to like push that up to like 30 for holiday. And for those 20 people, there were 4 managers. And holiday, we would have to hire a temporary key holder and they had some managerial access. I say that to say this. If we needed 4 people to manage 20, how many people do you think you need to manage over 100?
Absolutely.
Hey, by the way,
I
shout
can
out
bet
to
my
CP and Cucumber Miller.
I could bet my bottom dollar it's less than 10 people in that compliance office managing 100 people. And that's just the football team. We have how many other sports we also have to manage?
Mm-hmm.
So this is very easy to happen. It's why I'm not tripping over it. Because as the president indicated, this isn't the kids aren't going to class. They just need to show up and go to class. That's not the issue. This is a infrastructure issue. There is no infrastructure. That is the problem.
Yes, it is.
It's to further talk about that. We remember when Willie was the OBC and all those players that were suspended before that game was set. You want to know why those players were suspended? Somebody in compliance didn't turn in paperwork on time.
That is correct.
That was it. There was no kids missing class. Somebody in compliance did not turn in paperwork. This is majority paperwork. And a lot of these kids, to back up Isaiah Land, are getting horrible academic advice. Again, taking classes they did not need to take. Another player has corroborated that. I can tell you as a student, my freshman year, I was poorly advised. I'm beginning to take my first classes at FAMU trying to get enrolled. I'm showing my advisor my 6 credit hours from college that I took in high school. I had dual enrolled. I took pre-cal and trig. I said, hey, I've already taken college math. She ignores that and still signs me up for a college math class. So if I'm getting that, I know they're getting that. So it's very easy to say the kids need to go to class. But when you put that list up of all those vacancies, one of them being one of the main jobs, the compliance officer, what do you really think is happening? It's not the kids, it's admin. It is an infrastructural issue. That's what it is. I'm not tripping over it because, again, if we're dealing with funding as for the reason why these positions aren't being fulfilled, I know other institutions are, because we're not the only state institution that's fighting for funding. Also, it's his inaugural year, Coach Gray. He's going to get acclimated to the SWAC, getting acclimated to this brand new staff team, the whole 9 yards. Do I believe we're going to have a winning season? Absolutely freaking lootly. But I did not think we were going to have any post-game play for me to be sitting over here crying about this. Well,
here's the thing. Now, okay, so I'm going to say this to you. And Shy, you know I appreciate you because you always, when we come on, sipping on Sundays on a Sunday. Actually, on a Sunday. Mike Reed, Rocky, little baby, one of my family folks. But here's the thing. For people that was in the know, this wasn't no secret because, again, the numbers were the numbers. You see what I'm saying? So,
Steve,
you could wait. Hold on. Let me finish this point. So, you saw it coming because the number were never over 930. It was never 979. And to put us compared to like Alabama State, who said, okay, we struggled these last 3 years. We're going to get over the hump, and then we're going to move forward in a positive manner, which I'm pretty sure they'll probably be at 960, 970 when the year comes out. So that's what happens. Like I say, the rules are the rules. Now, what happened was we filed a waiver.
Yeah.
And that's why we didn't get it last year. We filed another waiver this year. And the NCAA was like, well, y'all ain't even move. Y'all are not even moving in a positive direction. So we ain't white man ain't gonna give y'all nothing. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to your point about so again, with these things that were discussed, and this is why we're playing together. It starts first and foremost of having the people to execute. Because like I said, President Johnson, it's not the kid. I agree with you. My point of when I'm talking about kids do have to go to class. Kids have to matriculate. We have to know, because again, the APR is two things: eligibility and process to graduation, right? So if you're not moving forward, I'm gonna know that, because the only way you're not moving forward before graduate, either you're not taking class or you're failing classes, right? That's the only way you're not progressing. So if I'm getting reports from me, Rocky, and Mike, because we ain't going to class or we're not doing whatever, then that's what we need to know. So that's why I'm saying I believe a plan will be put together. I already gave it to them right here for free. And I know they're going to even do better because they actually get paid for a living. So their plan going to be off the chain. And then that's what we're going to do. So, little baby, I appreciate you. Got a last comment before we let you go?
I just have to say, I although I'm still squinting my eyes and looking around the corner still, I do appreciate President Johnson for not making any excuses about this. And she did what a leader should do. She didn't point fingers. She said, okay, under my regime, I'm not going to ignore athletics. This isn't going to be an afterthought. The front porch is a part of the house. And therefore, if it's raggedy, then we obviously do not have a great home. So she's going to take the bull by the horns. She's fixing it. They're going to put the people in place. They may even, they've been finding money for all these other salaries. I don't see why they wouldn't find money to hire extra people in APR and compliance. I don't see why not.
Well, here's the thing.
They should.
So a couple of things on that. I believe the money, has been allocated. They got to fill the roles. And I also think, which I think is important. Here's the thing I'll say about President Johnson. And you listen, you a rally, you know this. You know how she came in. We ain't gonna talk about how she came in and all that. But sometimes you just got to get a win to stop a losing streak. So as an example, she got a win with hiring Quinn Gray. She got a win by keeping Charlie Ward. So now she sees that things that could fix quickly, like you say, front porch of the University of Athletics. So she's saying, you know what? I've come in here. I understand, because the academic side is kind of all right, because we still number one. Even through all the FAMU food, we still was number one on these jokers. So she can say, you know what? Let me plant my stake over here, because to your point, it's going to help fundraising. It's going to make people, and it's going to help her out with her credibility with the FAMU Nation. You know?
Yeah, because unlike Robinson, she knew this was coming down the pipeline, which is why they issued out the statement.
There you go.
They issued the statement. You heard this from the horse's mouth. So she knew this was coming down the pipeline. And instead of being like Robinson and being shamed into getting someone who was diligent with compliance, she's taking the bull by the horns and saying, we're going forth with correcting this. And this will no longer be an issue. As a matter of fact, we're going to implement a system and an infrastructure in place. So regardless of who's at the helm of athletics or who's at the helm of Florida A&M University, this does not continue to be an issue.
Little baby, let me ask you a question, because I asked Steve this question and he always gets political when he answers. So I'm going to ask you directly. What was your opinion of
Just
Mr.
say you don't like the answer that's correct. Don't say it's political.
No. When I ask you, give me your opinion of Dr. Robinson, you always give me the amount of money, what he was doing with the institution and where he was taking the institution. I just want to ask somebody, what was your opinion of Dr. Robinson prior to the debacles that happened regarding the donations and stuff? But I'm just saying, before that, what was your opinion of Dr. Robinson?
On the outside, it wasn't a lot of I wouldn't say foolishness per se. He did do a lot very well. When I was on campus, when I came into FAMU in 2005, our endowment, I think, was like 20,000. But by the end of his tenure, it ballooned to over 200. I'm sorry, 20 million. It ballooned to over 200 million before the end of his tenure. He did great in that aspect of continuing to raise the profile of the university. Where he lacked, and this was brought up in one of the board of trustee meetings, he wasn't great at managing. That was not his thing. And we saw that with the consistent turnover with cabinet positions. Even recently with the COO, we recently removed a COO who was hired under him, and she pretty much came in to fix a mess. Under his tenure, how many ADs did we have?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Before even under Ammons, you see, that's what I'm saying. If you go back to Ammons and you start counting ADs, you know. So again, we still had that issue. That's why I'm saying this is a 20-year thing, and Dr. Robinson hadn't been there 20 years.
Yeah, he wasn't a terrible president. He did what needed to be done academically, but for the managers, the managerial side, his managerial relations, that is where he failed.
There you go, little baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. You know,
you are welcome.
No, I really do. Like I said, my family folks always have my back on Sippin on Sunday. I appreciate you coming on. So, Rocky, did she answer your question? Did
Absolutely.
You get a non-political answer?
No.
Everybody will tell you Dr. Robinson was a researcher. He was focused on academics. Nobody denies that. Athletics wasn't his thing. Didn't know what a football looked like. So that's what we got. So that's where we're at. So that's what we're looking at. Mike Reed, let me ask you a question.
What you got?
Okay. I'm gonna let this guy guess my better judgment. All right, man. Listen, we running on the back end of the show. Keep it short. I got my time on. Keep it up, fam. Go right. Stay focused. Let's go.
Well. I just love when I'm right. I know you can't say nothing, Mr. Campbell.
Wait. Hold on, Mike. Now, Mike. I see now. Somebody start recording this because here's where we about to get these alternate facts. What exactly were you right about, sir?
The thing she just said. I've been saying this stuff for years. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this short because I know a lot of people just don't like the way I talk. That's neither here nor there. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Okay, Mr. Campbell, you can't say certain things about the university's leadership. Mike Reed, he has attachments and affiliations with Jackson State. If he says anything against Jackson State leadership, he'll be Uncle Neely 2.0. But that's besides the point. I don't have no ties to the University of Jackson State. I'm just a fan and supporter of HBCUs and Jackson State University. I love me some Jackson State because of Dion, but that's another besides the point. Anywho, this is karma, right? All y'all had to do was hire you know who. But no, you wanted a higher grades. So, of course, karma weighs its ugly head. And, of course, you're in the APR position that you're currently in. All because you failed to do the right thing that you could have did 4 years ago.
I'm not going to let you listen.
Before the cozy hire. But go ahead.
Wait a minute. Who are we supposed to hire?
Say the name for me.
And when
you already know him? You already know this.
No, I don't know. When were we supposed to hire him?
You just said his name.
Ed Reed. When were we supposed to hire Ed Reed?
Bingo.
I'm asking. I'm asking.
If I'm a monkey's Mr. Campbell, you're smart. You're a genius, man. You are a straight up genius.
Answer that question. If you don't answer the question, I'm gonna hang up on you. What year Ed Reed was supposed to be hired?
Before the cozy hire.
Okay, see, this is what we have Sippin on Sundays.
But I have a question. I didn't say that to say all that.
Wait a minute.
That's besides the point. I just had one question and I'm gone. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because I'm about to clean you up. Go ahead.
Okay. My question is, what systems are currently being discussed by the University of FAMU to put in place to track these transfers that are transferring into the university? What is the system and what is the plan? So this APR issue can no longer be an issue. 10 adults to every one student athlete with surveillance cameras will fix all of this. The Ivy League does it. Most higher learning institutions do this. They have surveillance cameras everywhere. They have eyes and ears on every student and every student athlete. Y'all don't have the money. You don't have.
I had to.
Thank you.
I had to.
Okay, let me.
Hey, Steve, can we just cover one thing? Like, I got to do my messy moment for a moment. I got to just do it. This ain't got nothing to do with HBCU, but
you can listen, man. Just sipping on Sundays, bro. Go ahead.
I just got to.
Mike, you okay over there, Mike? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Well,
I just want to bring this up right here. What do y'all think about this right
here?
Yeah, Rocky. Now we talking. Now we talking, Rocky.
Now listen. Okay, listen. All right. And the only I knew we had a lot of stuff. Mike, the only reason why I didn't bring it up because we had a lot of stuff to get to. You know what I'm saying? And everything. Because we had stuff from last week. All right, I'm gonna make, since you want to be messy, real quick. And I'm gonna give us 30 seconds. People don't want to hear about this. We all know they was knocking. They got caught knocking. And my thing, so I've never liked Diana Rossini because her and Josina Anderson were both on ESPN. And Josina was way better reporter, looked way better.
Hey, I love some Josina.
And I think they kept Diana because they thought she could replace. And Diana Rossini wants to be like she is hot, and she's not. She's not no good-looking woman. She is not no fly son of a gun, and she wants to be at. And that's what she wants to do. And she puts her little Italian chest up with that big nose, and that's how she be hollering at cat. Now, this ain't the first time people said it, because even the GM over there at the Commander said that she was right to slick it up on her husband. So she needs to stop that lying, talking about she was with her girls. You're going to go to a hotel 135 miles away from the NFL meetings just by random, and we ain't got now picture with y'all girl. Now, listen, we got too many women in the chat. I got a woman I date. Every time she take a picture, it's going to be 4 or 5 her girls in that picture. So I'm just going to tell you that. She need to go on fire for lying, like, because that was somebody black, go on fire for lying. And both of them married. And she said her husband ain't even as average looking. Come on, man. What are we doing? So, Mike, I'm going to let you get it, and then we're going to bring Doc up. Go ahead.
Oh, Rocky, is this the new Patriot way? Because you got the owner doing what he be doing. You got the coach doing what he be doing. You got Diggs bringing, like Cam said, bringing his girlfriend, his side piece, and his everything all to one game. So is this the Patriot way? Bill Belichick rolling over in his grave right now, man.
Hey, this is what I want to say, though. I just want to say this right now. Again, I think we're being presumptuous about what was going on. We really don't know what was going on, right? We don't know.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Wait. Let me ask you a question. You are married.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've met your wife, but I have talked to her.
Yeah.
Lovely woman. You have a great family. If you say, hey, honey, I'm going over here to the Celebration Bowl, hang out with Coach and Mr. Campbell, and she see a picture of you holding hands at a pool. Tell me
Mr. Campbell, not just holding the hand, them hands were locked in.
We're in a bathing suit.
Now,
but tell me, I know, and then we're gonna end. You tell me exactly what.
No. Hey. Now, here's where I'll say the issue is. It's a very poor look. Poor.
No. I need you to answer this question.
It's not going. It's not going to be right. I'm gonna have some trouble. It's going to be some smoke in the city.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be some smoke in the city. But my point is saying it is, do we still abide by the notion that a man is innocent until proven guilty?
No, absolutely not.
Listen, he was from them pictures. He was caught red-handed,
bro.
And I ran across another picture the other day where one of them, when they was in a swimming pool together, not a swimming pool, but hot tub. They was in a hot tub.
Those are all the pictures. That's what I'm saying. You ain't.
Yeah, well, I only saw 3 the first time. I saw them.
Well, I seen them all, and I'm gonna say this again. If I could, because she won't call in. But if I could put her on the phone, she would tell you I would slap this at our Steve. And that's it. Hey, man, let's break. Hey, man, hold on. What we doing here? No, what happened? I tried to bring Doc up.
No, he up. It's just the view I got. My bad.
Okay.
No, what's going on, y'all?
Doc.
What's up, Doc?
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? What's going on, Rocky?
What's going on,
Overdrive? My guy.
Man, I'm just
now listen. Now, I know you part of the ops sometimes. Now listen. I know you.
I just got off. Look, I just got off work.
I saw your show, and I know how y'all be doing your side shade about FAMU. I watched it. You know, I watch it every night.
Hey, but you know what though? But you know what though? I was being real serious about the whole APR thing because it makes no sense that you're leading. First of all, I'm about to sound like Charles Barkley. First of all, the last dude that was on here talking about I can't question my leadership. Why am I paying my tuition and my alumni dues and all this stuff, and I can't question my leadership? If you ain't doing right, I'm gonna put your feet to the fire. I'm gonna put your feet to the fire, regardless of what you say. But at the same time, though, I mean, it starts from the top up. Like, FAMU should not have been in that situation, like you said. You know, as far as with the APR, it was fixed for a little bit, but now you know the NCAA brought down the hammer. You know,
Doc, let me ask you a question.
What it is.
I showed y'all the school with the same APR. Why y'all not talking about them, or y'all just didn't know about them?
I don't know.
I showed you other schools the exact APR situations for FAMU.
They ain't won nothing though, Steve.
Yo, well, see,
are you talking about Pine Bluff and? Are you talking about Pine Bluff and Valley, right? We talking about Pine Bluff and Valley, right? Because they the only other schools in the
Valley and A&M too. They ain't hitting.
Oh, A&M.
Oh, there we go.
See, now when you got 4 schools with APR issues in your whole conference, man, that makes it looks bad on your conference. It looks bad on your conference because in a sense you got 8 competing teams, especially with football that's fighting for a spot in in the SWAC championship game and trying to make it to the Celebration Bowl. But at the same time,
this again, in the East, Doc, the only school that for the 4-year average, the only school that hit the number was Jack State, and I saluted Jack State. Every other school either has been under all 4 years, or like Alabama State, which again I gave Eddie Robinson a shout out because I know he's correct. But 3 of those years in that measurement, they were under.
Right, so, and he found the way, but he found a solution to fix it, though, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Facts matter over here. So listen, Alabama A&M got a new coach, right?
Right.
FAMU done had 3 coaches in 3 years, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
The only T Buck just got that Valley, right?
Yeah, this is 2nd year.
Okay, there you go. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And the only person that's been there for all 4 years in the East has been Coach Woody and Eddie Robinson. So you talking about you can't fix something if it was already broken before you got there. There's nothing to fix. The only way you fix it is over a 4-year run. So you're not even giving, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying people are not even giving people enough time to fix it because the people that broke it are not even there. And that's
not there no more.
And wait a minute, and let me say one thing. That's the reason why I did this show, because, and not you, because I ain't talking about you, but there are people, A, didn't know how APR was calculated, how quick go on, and B, did not know that this is a systemic issue that is very easy to happen. And that's why I show all the schools in the East, because people talk about old FAMU, and I'm like, only Jackson State is the only one that is tracking correct. So slow that roll. And I'm not trying to knock everybody down, but my thing is, if you're going to do it, let's have an honest conversation. Now I have a conversation because I don't like FAMU, and it gets clicks on my little crew. Nah, we ain't doing that over here.
Nah, I'm being sick, but that's the day when I did. What I'm saying is, like yesterday when I did my show, I was being upfront and serious about it because, like I said, it shouldn't came down to this situation where you got hit with a level 2. That's almost in a sense in NCAA talk, damn near getting almost to the death penalty. If you really think about it,
that's not true because, bro,
it's not true. But it's close. But it's close too.
Doc, that's not true. So stop. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta understand something, bro. I just showed Jackson State had a championship band. I literally just showed it. So come on, man. Let's not do that. What I'm saying, bro. If you listen, I'm gonna say
I don't want, but see, I don't. This is my whole thing. This is my whole thing. I don't want FAMU to be in a situation like this because we've already known. We've seen it. We've seen it with Jackson State where we had APR issues and where they came and snatched a SWAC championship game from us after we done participated the year before. I think where we couldn't cut, your practice has been cut because you got to make sure that the kid get into the classroom. But it is, sometimes it also depends on when the kids when they transfer. And something that I said, me and Troy, we talk about this all the time. We can't really have APR in this day and age of the transfer portal and stuff like that. Because there's so many moving parts, and so many kids that's moving from this place to that place. And it's hard for other schools to try to track the graduation requirements and stuff like that. So, like to me, I feel like once a kid leaves out, they have their whole year to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do at their next school. And if they're not up to it, yes, it's going to fall back onto the school. But it shouldn't fall back onto the school because they're not there no more. It shouldn't be on their record. You get what I'm saying, though?
No, well, I think, listen, okay, that's been the art. But see, again, that's why I don't know when you joined because you might have been late. But I just joined up. Yeah, you go back. So Doc, listen, if you go back, I broke down how APR works. A lot of people do not know how the measurement works. I did a whole breakdown. And I'm agreeing with you, but we also remember because we only have 63 scholarships, the weight works against us. You see what I'm saying? Because each student counts more points compared to an FBS school when they got 85. So they can lose 10 and they're good. We lose 10, we're automatic. If you lose 10 students, and I'm talking about eligible students, I don't know if you know the difference between eligible and ineligible and how the points work. But if you just lose 10 students who are eligible, you are automatically under APR. Did you know that?
Steve, that new camera got you zooming in and zooming out again.
That camera got you, man. That camera got you working.
Listen,
you got that good camera. But I see what you're saying. If you could give me I'm gonna go back through and look at the show and see how you broke all this down, and then way I could put up, I could bring up my synopsis when I do my next show, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, Steve, I got a question for you.
Let me say one thing. Yeah, Doc, because see, this is what happens. A lot of people don't understand the point system, and they feel, and it is too punitive so I'm agreeing with you. I think we all agree because if a kid is transferring, especially if he's academically eligible, that should not be punitive. That should not be, the kid is moving on. It is, but in this scenario, again, it is very punitive because you lose one of the 2 points that you get. So if you got a kid that is tracking like Andrew Body, Andrew Body's a perfect example. So when he left Texas Southern, they lost a point. Now he was academically eligible. He's doing great. He's an academic All-American. So when he moved forward, they still lost a point. Texas Southern should have lost a point, but they did.
They did.
So there you go.
Once a year is over with. That year is over with, and Andrew doing what he's doing at Alabama State. I think they should get that point back. That's how I see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just going off what you said, Mr. Campbell. But I'm just saying, like, once they leave, if they are stay academically eligible and stuff like that at their new school, I think their point should go back to the original school where they transfer.
Well, that's the problem. It doesn't. And that's where, again, schools are getting hammered because you're getting a double whammy, because you're getting 0 points for the ineligible kid, which you know you're going to have. And then you got kids that are tracking progress to graduation and you're still losing a point. And again, if 10 guys, and again, that are eligible, leave your program, you are automatically under, which puts you, and then you're like, man, they're not doing a great job. Actually, you might be doing a great job if all 10 kids are tracking to graduate. So that's what we got. Rocky, go ahead and answer your question. We're going to let Doc get out.
No, the last question I was going to ask was, Steve, how does the 105 affect APR?
Well, so right now, the scholarship track is only on, I don't know what's going on in the new rule. The track is 85 for the FBS and 63 for us. That's what's tracked.
But this was the first year of 105 right here.
Well, I don't know.
Right?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know because that's not even been calculated yet.
Okay.
The calculation is only on the 63 and the 85.
Gotcha.
That's what. Hey, Doc, when the next time you gonna be on?
I'll be on tomorrow night at 7:00.
Well, there it is. This Doc Holiday, HBC Overdrive, all things Jack State over there. Got my man Troy hanging out with him and stuff like that. That's what we got, man. Appreciate you, Doc. Mike,
Yo,
you hear these folks. Mike, what do you think about this discourse that we've been having right here? What do you think?
Mr. Campbell, like you say, it's a trickle-down effect. And like you said, 63 compared to 85, the odds are against you. So, but Mr. Campbell, y'all was not going to postseason game anyway. So
No, that's what I'm saying. So did you hear me say we mad because we going to Celebration Bowl? You didn't hear me say that one time.
And it's his first year, so
It's his first year. So my thing is, I'd rather get. Oh Jesus! I just saw Ruben Bain tied to a fatal. I want to make sure Ruben Bain didn't die in this car crash. Okay, I'm sorry. I just saw a highlight. My thing is, at least I'm glad this happened now in Quinn's first year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Clear the decks, restart, put your plan together. You suspend the first. We were just like I said, we were just like this in 2018, 2019. We should have went to the Celebration Bowl. 4 years later, we won the damn thing. So in the end, if we end up that along with APR being good, we'll be fine. Because like I said, Quinn Gray can coach. We got the best coach that we needed. We got people in the ministry. Because I'll say this too, and I'm going to talk about President Johnson. You think President Johnson want people to be talking like these folks talk about? She don't know what she doing. She done got in there. She ain't got the white folks helping out. Man, she know. Man, come on, keep it a buck, bro. She know what it is. That's why I got respect for her to come out and say, hey, listen, I know what it is. So we about to make it happen. So that's what it is. So, that's what we're doing, man. So, Mike, listen, man, I'm going to tell you this. I had to do the show. Mike, they was waiting for it, Mike. But, Mike, I think we gave the people what they wanted tonight, Mike. I think we gave them a little
I had a good time tonight, boy, Mr. Campbell. It don't even feel like we've been on here for 2 hours and 56 minutes.
No, man, listen, Mike. Now, and let me, this guy right here, let me address this before we get up out the door. Before I get, hey, listen, like, Mike, what y'all do at the club? Last call for alcohol before we do our last call.
Yeah.
My boy said we need 24/7 surveillance. Bro, what, listen, man.
Surveillance what?
Bro,
they going to class.
I'm going to say this to you. First of all, Cozy, this ain't even on Cozy because this time wasn't even that. So Ed Reed was not going to fix this. Ed Reed was not going to fix it when we hired Willie because Ed Reed wasn't even available then. So you say, all right, Ed Reed, this is a karma. Bro, ain't no karma. Karma would be if we would have tried to hire Coach Gray, he would have told us no. That would have been karma. That would have been that. So, bro, for you to sit back there and not know the timeline, which I asked you the timeline, that's why I gave it to everybody. That's why we manned up over here and said, hey, this is not a new thing. We ain't going to let nobody blame it on OBG or blame Angie Suggs or blame Willie. This has been 20 years in the making. And President Johnson said, hey, we're going to put a stop to it. Coach Quinn Gray already got cats focused on academics, and we're going to move on. Man, that's what we got going on, man. That's going to go. Mike, I'm gonna give him 30 seconds that we're gonna get out. Now I'm gonna give him 30 because listen, man, you got 30 seconds. What you got?
Deion brought Travis Hunter, who's the #1 high school player in the country. He was not only athletically gifted, he was also academically gifted. The reason why I recommended Ed Reed is because not only can he bring better players, but he can also bring smarter players who can graduate, which will increase the APR. Like the last lady said, you need systems in place. You need to run it like a military because if they feel like they can get away with it, they will get away with it. You need 24/7 surveillance and security for every student athlete. You need 10 adults to watch everything they do from the time that they wake up to the time that they go to sleep. And if you're not prepared to put these systems in place, you will fail these student athletes no matter how many you bring in and no matter how many you take out. And I'm going to leave it on that note. It's the system. It's leadership. It is not the students.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to say this. And I'm going to get
you
people.
You did right, Mr.
Mike. Does Jack State have 24-hour surveillance? Does the Jack State have 24-hour surveillance on their students?
No.
Southern people, Ed, Crook, all y'all boys up in here. Do y'all got y'all hitting APR and y'all had APR child way back in the day? Y'all got 24-hour surveillance? Prairie View Post. I see my boy Lotting, my boys from Prairie View. Y'all got 24-hour surveillance? You don't need no 24-hour surveillance, man. What are you talking about? Bro, what you need is what I broke down. So if you need me to send what I've created, I will gladly send to anybody that wants it. But those 24 hours surveillance, man, this ain't, bro. First of all, we ain't in no prison. But what are we talking, Mike? What, Mike?
Mr. Kelvin. I know SMU players and TCU players that be outside, bro. Ain't nobody got no
outside, bro.
24 hours of
cats pledging, living their best life. I see cats pledging. It ain't now got surveillance. Oh, now they can't pledge now. You got cats playing Q and Kappa and Alpha. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? Come on, man. What are we doing here, man? Look, keep it up, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I appreciate you watching the show. I entertain your foolishness because it is funny. But, bro, Ed Reed was not going to solve this problem. Ed Reed is not the problem. Surveillance 24/7 is not the problem. The problem is simply what we said, institutional control. The ones that's doing it, if we go talk to A.D. Robinson, A.D. Goff, those my guys, I can get, you know what, I might, you know what, Mike, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to get A.D. Robinson because, you know, he Mississippi Sippin. So that's my guy. You know, he'll come on here for me, your boy, and everything. And I'm going to ask him how he got Jack State right. And we're going to break that thing down. But that ain't even, like, thank you. Thank you. This person's smart. I mean, Mike, I'm going to ask you a question, Mike. Yeah, okay, before we got 2 more minutes, how does that even work? Like, do they have something on their phone?
I don't.
I mean, do you check in? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you punch a time clock? like what? I'm just trying to figure out. Oh man, listen, man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I really appreciate you all, man, sticking with us, you know, through all the hours and stuff. Started at 9, man. It was 12 midnight East Coast time. Shout out to my boy, Mike Reed, Mississippi Valley, Jack State graduate. DJ Mike Reed doing that thing. Mike, next time when you come on, you know I'm gonna have to go on and pull up them highlights, Mike, when you getting down. So we're gonna and Mike, listen, I'm gonna tell you, Mike, this is what I'm gonna need you to do. Because I'm just gonna let you know you probably gonna have to pitch it a lot for Zoe. What we're gonna have is 5 songs that Mr. Campbell need to know about. To keep me right for the escalate. You know what I'm saying? So I can put up a playlist, Mike. Because just in case if Thick 56 break up me, I have to go down to Thick 36. I have a playlist right. You know what I'm saying? when I pull up an Escalade. Because she's going to be looking at me. And I have my Mike Reed playlist.
I got you, Mr. Kelvin. Let me know how to put it together. How you slide and everything together.
Yeah, oh, yeah. There you go. So how you slide together, you know, like I say, you know, I'm just joking. My people know I'm just joking. But there you go, man. Listen, so, man, shout out to Mike Reed. Mike Reed show, man. Great show. Zoe should be back next Sunday. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I do have to wait a minute. I almost did something. I got to do this. Because Zoe was Zoe was getting his pictures together for his wedding. So let me show this real quick. Hold on. So here we go right here. There we go. There's Zoe looking good with his better half. You know, looking good with, you know, so Zoe wanted to be here. Let me get that thing nice and big. See, look at my boy. Look at my boy. Sipping on a little something down there in New Orleans. So that's what Zoe's at. So Zoe should be back next Sunday, but if Zoe ain't back, Mike might be available next Sunday.
I think I got DJ.
No, you might have a DJ.
The Sunday after next, I'll probably be available.
Okay. Well, either one. Okay, not a problem. Hopefully we get KJ in here. She hold it down. Shout out to KJ out there hanging out with Cardi B. KJ, I don't want you up on stage doing none of that crazy stuff because you know we're going to see it. Like, you be good and everything. But that being said, man, this is Sipping on Sundays on the Off Script channel, on the Rocky Miller channel. My boy Mike Reed, your man, Mr. Campbell, and always asking one question: what y'all sipping on? Talk to y'all.